everyone. Welcome to another edition of Britfeel Radio. It's great to have you all back with me, and I promise today is going to be an extra special show. Just going to let everyone know that should refresh the stream, refresh the page they're on. Sorry, if they would, it's not starting for them. Refresh the page if the stream has not started. Uh, There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to send out a special message to our Patreons and um, all other subscribers through other channels as well, just so they know that we're now live. Oh, I'm glad that, well, it's because I'm under less stress. That's why my voice sounds different right now. I'm not rushing to be heard. I'm just, putting in, just slowing down and, um, yeah, just slowing down a little bit and taking my time with it. But thank you very much for your compliment. And for those of you who don't know what that was a reference to, um, it's just someone in the chat saying that they feel like my voice training is showing. Um, it's not quite at the levels I'd like just yet at all, but it is
Seems
a
like you're
start.
cutting in and out a little bit.
Sorry, what was that?
Seems like you're cutting out a little bit.
Okay, I think that might just be you being like transphobic. Do you think that's
Definitely
what it could
isn't.
be? It actually sounds like you're the one cutting out. It's an issue local to you. So that's something that you are going to need to sort out because, again, it's entirely an issue on your side. It's got nothing to do with anyone else here, just you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you are still cutting out. Maybe it sounds like maybe you're in a car.
I'm gonna go and change my router over. One sec. Not
Huh.
change it over, turn it off. One
It's
sec.
quite curious why someone would have more than one router, huh?
That's why I corrected myself. I'm gonna turn it on and off.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't really
yeah,
do you any
yeah.
favors, does it, considering the rumors? Um,
There's no rumours as far as I know. But we'll discuss that in a minute.
yes, of course. So, guys, I just wanted to start off by telling you a little bit about my skincare routine. So what I try to do is regular. So most of the work is taken care of by the estrogen. As biological men have um, thicker skin, when that combines with the estrogen, it clears up the skin and makes it better. Um, so another thing that you can do as well is you can. Oh, actually, I just heard my voice on the. Oh, my voice doesn't actually sound that good. Might just start. Well, no. I should keep trying, and I should keep trying to put in some kind of effort. Um, okay. So I cleanse before I go to sleep, and I moisturize. Um, I use a night cream for when I go to sleep, and I use a day cream during the day. Um, I do also sometimes don't not use the night cream, and instead I will use this exfoliating gel. You just rub it onto your face and just leave it there overnight, and then wash it off in the morning. Um,
Mhm.
let's see. Sometimes I used to use exfoliating pads. They're fine as well. Um, yeah, I'm still learning how to do makeup. I just watched a tutorial before this video, and I think I'm a bit more clued up on it.
Or you're a Jeffree Star kind of girl, or a Tatty, or whatever it is. I don't know.
Who the fuck
Do
is
you watch
Jeff?
those? Do you watch those big like makeup gurus, whatever they're called?
No, I just watched a random small YouTuber because there's someone I watch normally, and I decided to put a makeup video out. Um, yeah.
You
So
know that makeup is actually rape because you're not consenting knowing what the person looks like.
Um, I don't think any man should ever be allowed to use the term rape.
My friend were raped. He's a man.
Yeah, what the fuck are you on about, Moni?
That
You
doesn't,
fucking mongoloid.
that doesn't have anything
Jesus.
to do with
Lord have
anything.
mercy.
Yeah, it does. What were we supposed to do? Go, I was sexually assaulted. Like, no,
Yeah,
raped
yeah,
a,
yeah. Go on. He could use
raped
that
a.
term instead. And again,
What's different?
he could use that term, not you.
Yeah, what's the difference between like that and rape?
There's none. It's just a fancy word. It's like shell shock versus PTSD versus battle fatigue.
That's what I'm
Same
saying. It
shit.
seems like a weird differentiation for like Poe to make.
Yeah, I
Well,
could.
yeah, I know for me, I'd rather get a penis in the bum than get fisted in the bum. But rape sounds worse, doesn't it?
Yeah, but
Or rather than sexual assault.
I don't think really any sane person really isn't interested in taking a whole fucking arm in their ass.
Well, yeah,
Well,
but that's
quite a
like
lot of
sexual
people do.
assault, though, isn't it?
Yeah, we're talking about sane people here.
Well, not quite a lot, Moni. A very, very small portion of the population enjoyed it.
Fine, if you say so. But again, I didn't say that men can't be raped, just that they shouldn't use the word.
That's kind of counterproductive.
I fail to see how that is the case because, what would be really productive is if men stopped raping. I'd solve all the entire problem, really.
My
Of
friend was
course
raped
it
by
would
a
solve.
woman.
If men stop raping,
My
who's
friend
gonna
was
do the
raped by a woman,
raping? Yeah,
Oh my, oh,
someone's
this
got
shit
to do it.
again.
an Indian woman.
Well, your friend didn't get raped. He just had, I don't know, he's just lying.
I
Are
mean,
you
I told
victim
it.
blaming? Are you victim
Yeah.
blaming, Mommy?
Oh, didn't you learn anything from that lecture you went to today? If anyone's unaware, Schubert went to a lecture about gender and stuff today.
Not voluntarily, I must mention. It's part of my college management program. It's like sensitivity training.
Yeah, well, clearly you haven't learned anything from it.
All we basically talked about is like gender stuff that I already knew. So don't misgender trans people. That's
Hmm.
pretty much the gist of the whole thing.
What if you don't like them though? What if you want to make them sad? If
Yeah,
you're
then
in
I'm
that
gonna call them a
scenario,
cunt, but I'm not gonna, misgender them because that's silly. That's
what do you mean? Why would you not do that? If you don't like someone, if you're gonna insult someone, you go for their weak spot, don't
Like
you?
race.
low. That's low brow.
What do you mean that's low brow?
Yeah,
If you're insulting someone, the point is to just be petty and mean. That's kind of
not really. I mean, yeah,
what do
but
you mean? You hit them where it hurts. If they're trans, you say, if they're MTF, you say, you look like a man. You have a penis.
that's cringe.
What do you
It's just
mean?
I,
like
I always I
that's
always
just
go with the
playground
double ended.
insult.
Like, oh, which way have you
It's
gone
immature.
from? Are you male to female or female to male? Do you like make it seem like they're in that middle ground and nothingness? That's
Oh
just
yeah, it's always funny when you ask if like non-trans women are trans because they get
oh,
offended by that.
have you started hormones yet? John, you obviously know they have. Just to kick them really hard in the gut.
You're bastards.
Well, no, because Monet, I want to make it clear that I have some transgender friends who are sane, good human beings whom I would never dream of misgendering. But if other people that aren't nice people, I think it's a bit different. Yeah.
Okay, well then, in that case, I think it might be a good time to move on to one of our trans-related
Did you
topics.
know, Moni, that, and I want your opinion on this, that only
Oh boy,
0.6% of the population are transgender, according to a 2016 Williams Institute survey? So why do you think we talk about trans people so much, despite the fact that they only make up 0.6% of the population?
despite 13% of the.
I think that's an American statistic. I think it might be different in other countries.
It's
I
not going.
I
It's
I
not going to
doubt
be
it's
not
going
by
to be
much.
much different in
It's not going to be
England,
more than
to be
like 1 or
honest, Moni.
2%. I mean, 2% is already very generous.
Okay,
In fact, dare I say, it would probably be an even smaller percentage in England,
okay,
given.
I agree. It probably is less in England. But the reason we talk about trans people so much is because people are interested in them in the same way that Muslims are. That's why Muslims are also overrepresented in the news. Muslims in
Not
Pakistan.
really. I mean, I personally really just don't give a shit like about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you don't, but the average person on the street is very
No,
intrigued
no.
about trans people and Muslims.
Actually not. Maybe
They
this is
are.
different. Maybe this is different in the UK, but I mean, Germany just really, as long as you pay taxes. Nobody gives a rat's ass about what you do in your free time, what you do with your gender identity.
Paying taxes, cook.
Yeah, that's like the gold standard. Like as long as you have a job and paying taxes in Germany, people don't give a shit.
Well, in Britain's a very racist country by comparison. Um, so,
I think that is the case, Moni, to be honest.
so people are racist against Polish people, against Romanians, against
Well,
Bulgarians, against
I wouldn't say
blacks.
most
I
people are
like Polish
racist,
people,
though.
they're alright.
Yeah, Polish people
Yeah.
are cool.
Yeah,
They're really good.
I,
They carried me through CS:GO.
okay, but people, there you go. So that's also
They were
part
some
of
of
my
my best
point.
work. They were
Even though
some of my best workers at the zombies job.
Even though Pakistanis and Poles are, say, around about the same amount of the population in the UK, Pakistanis get a lot more news coverage because
They
again,
smell more, people dislike them more, they cause more
More acid
trouble.
attacks.
sure, yeah, people
more
dislike them more, just
rapes.
like they dislike
I think
trans
I
people.
think it like no, I think it's like if the news can focus on anything that's not reminding people how the rich are screwing them over, then of course it's going to focus on that. If it find some crime statistics about brown people, then of course like news is going to say oh, brown people do this and that, whatever, because God forbid people know about how the fucking Rupert Murdoch is screwing over everybody. It just
I'm
it's,
gonna have to
it's
take a middle ground here that race is important, but rich businessmen screwing people over is also important. And I
I
think
think, but I think,
to
but it's
reduce it to one or the other is kind of probably disingenuous on your part
but I
to
think
fit a narrative.
in my opinion, however, I believe personally that if we got the problem of, you know, the oligarchy over the Anglo world, of course, it's over the rest of the world as well, but I think specifically highly effective against the Anglo world is like if you look at social security or economic problems that the average low-income household in the United States, Great Britain, Australia face, they're very comparable. And oftentimes, if you look at the sources, they're also very comparable,
Um,
which has to do with a very high percentage of lobbying inside of politics. And I don't know how the UK is, but from what I have seen about the UK, it seems comparable to the United States, where both parties do not give a shit about the comment; they just care about the money. In Australia, one of the major parties actually cares, but they're sidelined because the other major party controls all of the news there. And then Great Britain, from what I have seen, I assume it's very comparable. That the fact that
I like Boris though. I think Boris is cool.
yeah,
I
but
don't
when
like
was the last
Boris.
time? I mean, now I mean this. I don't mean this as an inflammatory comment. I mean as a genuine question, because maybe I missed something. When was the last time that Boris Johnson put in maybe I don't know a bill or a law?
Brexit, he pushed for Brexit
But I mean
compared to Labour.
that genuinely benefit the lower rungs of society. Say something that increased
Yeah,
welfare,
but
increased.
he's a
like
I mean,
conservative.
Brexit is what lots of poor people wanted Brexit.
yeah, but the thing is with Brexit, we've done Brexit to stop the EU immigrants coming in, just filled the quota with Asian immigrants coming
I
from
wouldn't say
Pakistan and
all
whatnot.
people voted that way. I know I didn't vote that
Well,
way.
no, but I think a lot of people were of the mindset of fuck EU, fuck the immigrants, fuck
Mm,
this
I,
country
I
and
think
where it's going.
I think it's close. I would say it's more of a nationalist kind of thing than it is a racism thing, that you want a sovereign country.
Ooh,
Well,
And I
yeah, but
feel
that
like
also
that was
ties in,
more of it.
nationalism ties in with
Obviously,
like not
racism
wanting
is kind
immigrants
of
and not
linked with it.
wanting,
But
But I mean,
not
from
wanting
at least
immigrants is not necessarily racist.
I wouldn't jump to saying that people voted Brexit because they hate Polish people.
hey, do you think
Well,
if I get
no, but
tickets
I think
for
that might be a part of it.
But obviously
I
it's a part of
mean,
it,
maybe
but
correct
was
me
it
if
the
I'm wrong, but
majority?
as from an outsider looking in, I've noticed that this Brexit stuff it started really kicking off when the whole refugee crisis happened. So I would say that is definitely a large, memorable part.
Yeah, brown refugees were part of it as well because the EU would want you to take them in and blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just a general nationalist thing. People don't want to be helping them because they pay taxes for their country. Why are we spending taxes on other people? And I mean, I think nationalism has like a logical argument for it, although I'm very far from the typical nationalist.
That is very fascinating. Um, I was just gonna say, RuPaul is going on
Was there a
tour.
fucking Question Time, whatever that gay show is on BBC?
Monet,
Yeah,
Monet, if trans people are real. Let's talk about MTF for a second. If they are real females, then why is it that their sexuality,
Mm-hmm.
sexual
Yes.
orientation, is so different to normal or cis women? Yeah, so cis women obviously are majority straight,
Oh,
like any cis person. So
I
why
agree
are
with
so
you.
many trans
I
women
I agree.
lesbians or trans?
I
What are
agree
they
that
called?
lesbian
Transients?
trans women are not valid trans women. They're just fetishists.
I mean, that's also just a generalization. I mean, I'm sure like there's quite a large amount of lesbian trans women that are fetishists, but I don't think making every single one of them and taking this broad stroke. I mean,
I think if you look at the percentages though of how many
yeah,
people are
percent.
transgender, and
Of course,
then
of course the percentages of it's much higher, like more likely to find a fetishist lesbian trans woman than a genuine lesbian trans woman, but we do need to remember we can make generalizations. We cannot make
You're you're
sweeping statements, if you know what I mean.
you're quite the fetishist, Moni, aren't you?
no, I
I
wouldn't
recall
say
something
so.
involving
Well,
a
she's a fetish.
cage.
She's clearly an ethnic masochist, but she's not lesbian. So
Well, I think there's certainly some sort of kind of like masochistic fetishization thing going
Which was
on,
quite an
where like
interesting part of your
Moni is
trans.
a failed man,
No.
There's like
and
an
that might be like part of the
there
Okay,
is like an
sexual.
interesting thing to pick up on your
That's
transition
my
okay,
there.
like
guys, we're 15 minutes in, and we
psychoanalysis.
haven't discussed a single topic on our list.
We've
Okay, but
talked
yeah,
about
like
yeah. All right,
you
trans
went
people.
like you
yeah.
went from a
Speaking
cis,
of which,
you went
speaking of
you went
Moni,
from a
you've been telling me you're gonna send me those nudes. When am I gonna get those nudes?
okay.
I don't think I ever said I'd send you nudes. I don't recall.
Yep.
I remember you
La-
asking for them. I don't think I've ever.
last week you said you'd send them to me, so I'm still waiting.
Well, yeah, I'm not
I mean,
wearing
there's
clean
pictures of
clothes right
his
now,
little brown
so.
turd on the Opaki blog Tumblr.
Hey,
If
how
you
about
want
you
to have a
shut
look
the
at
fuck
that.
up, you little white bastard?
We
Yeah,
talk about boobies. This guy said to talk about boobies. Let's talk about that.
fine.
So,
Fine. We'll
my
do his
opinion is,
unofficial topic, and then we'll move on to the real topic.
I
Yeah.
prefer small breasts.
I have
I
small
know this
breasts.
might be a controversial opinion,
Okay,
but
lolicon.
that's what
I mean, preference-wise, big old bosom. But I
Surprising
like
from the
breasts of all
paedophile.
size. It says that. Aren't you the cunny master here, Paulie?
I don't understand that phrase. So Schubert, what are your thoughts on breasts?
I prefer it. It depends on the person. Like personally, I can excuse small breasts if they have like an amazingly good ass.
No, but like,
But
what's your preference on it?
very
What's
genuinely,
your
I do
perfect?
prefer massive fucking padonkadonkas.
Yeah, my
Big
man.
big mommy milkers.
Yes.
Oh, fascinating stuff there.
Like like my like if I had to like pick my ideal breasts,
hmm
it's just gonna be Angela White, man.
Angela White. I need to see these. Angela
Porn,
White.
she's a porn star. Yeah.
bro, she's ugly. What the fuck?
He said breast, not a face.
Oh yeah, but like
I don't like how
fucking
this topic is objectifying
my
women.
my eyes are like
Ooh, they're
drifting
nice.
towards the ugly
They're
face.
pretty nice.
Yeah.
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 I'd go slightly bigger, but I'm a degenerate piece of shit.
No, it's fine. Like he told me Tanaka also has some great ones, or Andri Okita. Yeah, for some reason like the Japanese do really well when it comes to like implants.
Mhm.
Like they don't have a lot. They don't have a lot of busty chicks, but the ones they do, they like
Well, real topic time. So, who is your favorite person from your least favorite country? That'll really get you thinking.
I
So,
don't know many people from my least favorite country.
what about like Genghis Khan from China?
he's
He
Or,
was from
Mongolian.
Mongolia.
Genghis, yeah.
well, some would say China and Mongolia were the same country for a while, and he lived there for a bit.
Who even is my least favorite person? Of no, most favorite person. The least favorite country. What?
Yeah, like maybe like
Oh, okay, the
how,
Congo. But I don't know anyone from the
Probably
Congo, Mooney, so I can't really do much.
that'd be my nigger Shedrack from Where's he from? Nigeria.
Okay, well, you can pick
Okay.
a country that you kind of don't like. I would think
Don't like
about someone that you
Nigeria,
like from a
probably.
country you don't like.
Like, I need to check on my
Yeah,
current
Shed, great,
POV.
great guy.
Who was that?
My boy Shedrack.
Oh my God, can you do someone proper?
Shedrack's a real guy.
I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
Tough.
Do enlighten us.
Sorry?
Enlighten us, please.
Oh, we don't need to. He's probably fuck all. He's probably just a drug dealer or something.
Cedric,
No, he's a drug buyer.
Nigeria.
I would.
Cedric Omuigui,
Pretty much, yeah.
the Nigerian footballer who plays as forward for Spanish club Racing de
No, but
Santander.
they're similar sounding name.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Who's yours,
I'm not
Pearl?
sure you should be posting naked pictures. Shu. I feel like that's
Why?
inappropriate. And
Why? She got that's the Wait, by the way, guys, inside voice on what do you think of her tits?
Those are some really nice breasts. Great
Yeah.
nipple placement.
Like that's how you make good implants, dude. That's how you do good implants.
I'm sure
Yeah,
you
I
change your
actually
mind
feel like
feeling them.
I feel like implants have actually like not always, but it seems to have like got worse. Like at a certain point, like there's a lot of porn stars still today, like walking around with really bad like
Yeah, but most of them are like
jobs.
older ones who had
Like,
implants in like 80s and 90s.
no, like there's people like they'll see like Joe will go and get like the first ones or something like
Yeah,
in
but
like mid
usually those
twenties
are
or
like the
something, and
cheap
they're like,
ones.
that's what
But
I'm
like if you're
saying.
like
Like I feel like
if you're
if
like
you're
a
going to
famous
spend, if you're going to get it done, you've got to spend some good money.
yeah.
Right. Well, I might get a breast implants one day.
You better do that.
Are you going to go up to like big double D's or something, or like K cups or
No,
whatever?
it's mainly shape that I'm more concerned about rather than size. I'm okay with my D cups. I just would like them
Have you
more
got that
rounded.
thing that trans get where they get like a turbo? No,
Cone
Do like
tits.
Blair White
tube
and
tit
go
or
like
whatever,
full
where it's
blown.
like all long and stuff. You
Just
got a
shut
long
up.
breast money.
I don't think you should be commenting on trans issues. You
Why?
you're just defensive.
I'm just trying to get the lay of the land.
Um, okay, let's just move on to our next topic then. So, um, let's see. Would you? Okay, do video games suck these days, and why? I would say yes, they do suck. We just get a consensus first, and then we'll go into detail. So, do the rest of you feel the same way?
Yeah, I'd have to
I
agree.
I would agree also.
Uh-huh. Okay, so looks like we have an agreement there. Um, so why do they suck? I would say it's due to the increase in development costs. So people can't just make a video game anymore. They need to tick off as many boxes as they can, and a lot of people can't afford to really push the boat out to meet all of our expectations, and they end up falling short. Um,
For
so
oh,
yeah.
sorry, you done.
No, yes, I'm done. Thank you
For
very much for
me,
asking.
for me, I think it's how they're just trying to hit wide demographics and target audiences anymore. They don't really seem to go for that niche audience or try and like I don't know build a fan base as much anymore. They just want everyone. I think like you saw it with the like Elder Scrolls, Skyrim games and stuff like that, like Fallout 4.
Huh. Um, I've played Fallout 4. I haven't played any of the earlier ones. It just seems
Really?
like a.
A shame.
I only played it for a few minutes. I think maybe an hour or something.
That's
Uh,
all it deserved.
I mean, it seems like a game.
It is a game, but it's a game that's
That
a
is that
bastardized, less featured sort of shit out of a game that previously came out. It's just slightly better graphics, but with like less to do and less interesting mechanics.
Oh, it seems like the type of game made for someone that would enjoy it. Like, you can walk around. There's a lot of space to walk around in.
The thing is that I think people doing that's what it is. It's a game that people do sort of enjoy. That like it's like a wide target audience, but that's the thing. I think that's what spoils games by trying to appeal to everybody.
Fascinating stuff there. Fascinating. Shiva, how do you feel?
I think it's mostly due to the multiple reasons. For example, I'd say the two biggest ones is that nobody is well, I say three reasons. Nobody is willing to take risks. Nobody's willing to do. They see a format that somebody does, and they ride it until it's dead.
Oh, with the small indie stuff, they
No, even
experiment.
like yeah, that mostly the only people that are really innovating these days are the indie companies, and then big companies find that and they milk it till they're dead.
Oh, well, Undertale's still pretty unique. Like, their
Not
little
really. I mean, even
combats.
Undertale was
Their combats
used
love them.
based off of what's that game? Moon. Let me check. For the PS1.
Oh, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's basically Undertale, but Moon remix RPG adventure. I'll put a link to it. It's basically Undertale, but the original one.
Hmm.
And uh, I'm not saying Undertale is a bad game. Frankly, I enjoyed playing it back when I played it, but I think it's overhyped for what it does. It sends a very bland moral with a bland message, and it doesn't really do anything to improve the storytelling landscape. I mean, it's just the same tired, rehashed pacifist approach. Now, the saying like, "Oh, you shouldn't kill people because then they'll kill you back." It's just like Erich Maria Remarque did that 100 years ago, and he did that better. So I mean, not 100 years ago, but 90 years ago. So, my opinion, like, if you want a really good, and oh yeah, sorry, I got off to the deep end with that. So you got nobody's willing to take risks. People are there's no real innovation, and I think the death knell to games was in this time when maybe 2010 to 2014 when everybody was just jerking off graphics. Like graphics are the A and O of games,
Yeah,
alpha and omega.
there's a bit of a difference between the West and Japan there. Japan has a lot of games that are a bit more, yeah,
No,
look a bit more old.
even today, there's Japan is slowly falling into this. If you look at Pokemon, if you look at Super Smash Brothers, they're really just riding the money, money, money over anything else.
What? Well, Pokemon's the world's biggest franchise. They can't really be compared the same way as everything else. Oh, you
I
could
think
say the
I think they
game.
can. Like if you look at the gacha landscape.
Oh, yeah, I'd say that's again something completely different and more
No,
of a
no, no,
Japanese problem than
it's
Western.
Japanese and Korean. And if you look at Genshin Impact, it's now Chinese. And if you look at things like Raid Shadow Legends, now it's a Western problem. It's an international problem. And the reason that they have these gacha things in the first place is because in the West, they had the whole FIFA thing that EA did, where they started, having players. FIFA invented this kind of shit. FIFA invented the loot box system.
Oh, I'd say it's a bit more reasonable when FIFA did it, or does it.
No, it's not. You're paying for a full price game, and then you're paying for more. It's not reasonable.
But because FIFA's so big and there's a large community to play with,
Yeah,
so
but just because there's millions of people that will swallow your shit and will, take it up the ass in the name of brand loyalty, doesn't mean it's good for the industry. It's bad for the player.
have you ever seen the screenshots of gacha players who whine about having lost thousands once the servers go down?
Exactly.
Like that, that's why I
It's
think.
retarded. It's because I'm not blaming the game company, to be honest. Because frankly, in a capitalist society, of course, if you want to make money, you're going to make money. And frankly, if I had come up with the gacha idea, I would I would have done it as well. I blame the players for being frankly retarded.
Oh,
Like if you're gonna pay $50 for a full price game and then spend another couple hundred on loot boxes, you cannot be mentally sound. It's a fucking video game.
yeah.
You're a grown ass man spending money on virtual trading cards of virtual soccer players or Star Wars characters.
The thing is, on FIFA, it's worse because it's pay to win. You're paying money to hopefully win like a Ronaldo or a Messi, someone who's
Exactly.
faster or better than the competition. So you're
and then you end up
But
with like some fucking faggot.
and you think you've got that false economy because you think, oh, if I spend a bit of money now and I buy my players, I'm going to win more matches, so then I'll not need to buy stuff later on, and then you just end up spending more and more and always tweaking.
Yeah, because they always come up with better players. They always come up with better players.
It's Ronaldo mid-season form with his extra fucking pace.
And then you have like Legacy Edition. Oh, you can play as Pele or that guy that broke his neck in the 1950s. Or
if it's all like cosmetics or it's all like
cosmetics, but the
shit
cosmetics
like fair enough.
Yeah,
but
yeah, like TF2 did that right.
Yeah, if it's actual like pay to win stuff, then I just don't think it's on. Especially when you're paying full price. Like you've either got to release a game for free and have a pay to win system, or like
that's
just got
like
to charge
okay,
full price and leave it.
That's still addictive and exploitative, though.
Yeah, of course.
There are people
but that's
who
not
just
it's
can't
not the
control
company's
themselves.
fault. It's the player's fault who actually buy this, and if you have enough stupid fucking morons who actually spend money on that kind of stuff.
But it's made to
There's
target
a stat
them.
about that I've seen. It's it's like a whaling thing. There's like about like 2% or 1% of the users that are like power buyers. Like everyone else spends maybe like a buck or two or a couple of pounds.
Yeah,
Where
like
these power buyers, or do you know, like they're the ones that spend thousands and, you know, like obsessively just put money into it. Those are the ones that are targeted mainly by these companies because those are the ones that like are just a good stream of income.
Yeah, that's the thing. For example, the gacha game that I play, Belief Brave Souls, I spend $16.99 a year on it. 850? Okay, 17. 850 for a ticket in the summer and 850 for a ticket in the winter, because that's the only units which actually worth playing. You don't even have to buy them, but I'm frankly I'm retarded for even paying that much. But most of the reason the game is still running for the past 5 years, even though Bleach is frankly not that popular, is because there's some guy in fucking China who spends, I don't know, like I think what was it, like $6,000 a month on, fucking titty cosmetics.
That's why I can't that's why I don't mind the visual stuff only, because like these smaller games that wouldn't have a chance of keeping the servers open or keeping like regular updates and funding and stuff, like they just die out without, like, I suppose, the little pay pigs and stuff like you said that chuck the odd bit of money at them.
And you wouldn't define yourself as a pay pig, is that correct?
No,
Me?
I've never paid for like video game add-ons and stuff like that, cosmetics and stuff. I'll buy like DLC if it's like a story game that like I actually want to carry on, but I've never really been like a video game pay pig.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, sadly, with the amount of money, like, I think back when I was 14, I spent I spent a good $200 Team Fortress 2 heads. So I know what it's like to be, sucked in, but in retrospect, it was fucking stupid.
Okay, I'm
Like,
just.
no game is worth, no virtual
I've
thing
actually
whatsoever is worth
I've,
that
ac-
much.
yeah, I've actually made like money on virtual items. I got like a few decent drops on PUBG when it first came out, so I'm like £80 up on video game items.
Just trying to figure out how to play a Rocket League game with Andy. Uh, he's on. Oh wait, I think it might be because he's offline. But he's on
Would that
Steam
be
and PS
would that be
Plus.
bold, Drew? Would that be bold, Drew?
Well, we don't know what you look like, so you can't attack other
Yeah,
people's
but there's like a
appearances.
million pictures of it. Like there's about
You always
four
cover your
pictures in the
face.
current thread.
You
I've
always,
either got glasses on or a face mask. I could mold both of them together and get my full face if someone were like so inclined.
how about you send me nudes then?
Because I'm not gay.
What? Right. So if you send me nudes, that means my your penis has entered me. But even that would still make you straight. Because
Yeah, I mean, frankly, I sent fucking, I fucking sent Moni my dick pics, so
why didn't you groom down there?
what do you mean?
Ugh.
It looked like you
Because
had.
I'm not a, because I'm not a lady boy. I don't.
Come on,
Why should I
guys.
fucking shave my balls?
Guys, leave the gay shit for another day.
Yeah, we can sex afterwards as long as you give me those fucking nudes.
Hold on. Just wait. Actually, hold on a second. Oh, oh crap. Oh, wait. Hold on. 2 seconds.
What?
Uh, No, I thought I'd figured out how to play with Andrew.
Well, you're kind of busy at the minute.
No, no, I'm not busy. I'm perfectly fine. It's just that I want to get this trophy. We just need to play a game together, that's all. Uh, and oh well, I'll just go out of the game and back
What
in.
rank you on Rocket League?
At
Oh, do you not play
5,
online?
I just want trophies.
Yeah, but have you played online?
Yeah, I've played a few games online just to get like items for trophies.
Have you got a rank?
Yeah, my highest rank is rank 10 because I've created multiple accounts.
Rank 10? I thought it were like diamond and platinum and
Oh yeah, I
gold.
haven't done ranked, just casual.
You fucking piece of shit.
Uh, okay, just
I
just
don't know. I just don't like people who haven't got that competitive edge. I like people who have a bit of like competitiveness.
I don't like online games.
Yeah, I know you play everything on easy mode and you don't like a challenge. And, yeah.
Okay, well, let's just move on to our next topic then. Would you acquire a sex doll if it was fully sentient?
We did this last week.
No, we didn't.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Well, you had a different sex doll topic.
It was pretty much the same thing.
Morning,
Like,
when
if
you
was
mean
it?
it's
get
fully
a-
sentient, do you mean it has like a free will, like it would want to leave you, and if
No,
it
no,
wanted...
of course not.
yeah, it breaks up here and you get cooked by your own sex doll. Paid £1,000 for it and it fucks off with another
I gotta
guy.
say, I think that would make a
every time.
fantastic Twilight Zone episode with like a guy with like 100 sex dolls, and like one day he just walks in, there's like a male sex doll with his dick up,
Like
with
you
his
come
arm
home and
around the
it's running-
female sex dolls.
Like you come home early and it's running its vagina clean protocol and you're like, what the fuck's going on?
Hold on, just googling cross-platform play on Rocket League.
Really interesting, really interesting. We were actually on about something else, but you know, if you want to keep interested.
No.
Stuff, you know.
Yeah. So it's more of a male issue. This, as a woman, I would not want a sex doll.
Why not you like? Wouldn't you want like some like fucking Christian Bale looking guy?
And it, like that episode of Futurama.
It would be very
where,
fake.
Billy gets the robot.
But if
Is
he's
it
like
Billy in
sentient,
the
you know, if
Futurama
he's like
episode?
a sentient 8-inch cock, massive six pack.
So how real would this robot be? Would it look like a real human being
Yes,
completely? And
Wait.
feel like it want to?
precisely.
The only difference is you shove a charging cord up its anus at the end of the night.
Yeah, that's what I call my dick, the charging code. Yeah.
I think I probably would try it just to see what it was like.
Dude, what if you could make a sex robot that was powered by semen?
But wouldn't you feel like this is more like prostitution than having a girlfriend?
Who cares?
I feel
It would be more like sort of
what's
like
the
a
point?
fantasy girlfriend you could pretend.
Yeah.
It feels like what's the difference between this and like one of those like weird like AI girlfriends you can download or something, or seeing an actual prostitute? You're just paying for an experience. Like, I don't know, it just seems false.
Well, I think it's disgusting, and I feel like it's kind of disgusting incels crap, in my opinion. And it's not appropriate to discuss and do. And any
Why not?
person who has a sex doll should
So-
have their penis cut off.
Someone's posted your penis in thread and they want you to explain it.
I want you to go fuck yourself. Are you going to do that?
Sorry, my my question to you, Moni, and possibly to Alina if she's listening in
She's
on
not.
YouTube. I know she's not, but she
She
might be
is,
listening
I
on
think.
YouTube.
She has
So if she's
said.
listening in, is that would you say that having a sex doll is creepier or less creepy than having a motorized penis, or in other words, a dildo for a woman?
It's a hell of a lot creepier. It's not the same thing at all.
And that's
Surely-
because of society.
Having a dildo is not creepy. It's fucking normal. Having a
Isn't it more creepy because you're using a disembodied part of a man in order to pleasure yourself? It's
Yeah, it's kind of objectifying the male body. You know, you're just
no, it's
with
What's
a
the
sex
difference
doll, at least
between
you're
a-
imagining a personality. Because if I shouldn't, it's
Well-
less
well-
creepy and less misogynistic because you're imagining the doll as having a personality.
If you took it
Like a
down to its
relationship with
base
it.
parts, and what would you say is more creepy? One of those like fleshlights or a dildo?
Billy was
They're
on the
both
right
exact same
track.
thing.
Billy was actually on the right track there regarding, but he went in the wrong direction. So, and you've actually asked a different question there, which kind of makes his a bit moot. But so with a dildo, it's just a tool to reach orgasm.
So
Where,
is a fleshlight.
yeah, exactly. So
That's
you
not,
kind of,
that's not true, Moni. Do you know that women do imagine like the dildo is the male member of the of say like Christian Bale or Ryan Gosling or something.
well, that just helps you to get there.
So it is objectification. So it's the image of a person that's not like real in your mind.
The
Like the
diff,
image in your.
sorry,
But I think we're assuming objectification is negative in the first place, which I think is a false point.
well, if you actually look a bit deeper, when you have a sex doll, that's kind of like the male fantasy of having a woman there just for sex. Like
It's the
you,
same thing with a dildo.
like you could, if you would be okay with that being an actual woman, and if you could have that level of control over one, you would.
Yeah, it's the same thing with women and men though.
Um,
Like like you cannot tell me that you would not be happy if you just had a guy goes to work, pays for all your shit, comes home, has mind blowing sex with you, and then goes to sleep, and that's all he ever does.
uh, well, we're moving off from the original topic, which was dildos versus sex dolls.
No, that's the whole point. I think it's a I think it's a false point to say that objectification in the first place is negative because that's what gets sex going. Objectification. People get horny, and people have a certain fantasy that they create in their mind, and that, of course, reduces the person they're considering to a sex object, to object of lust. But I don't think that is a negative thing in the first place.
As long as you realize the fantasy is a fantasy
Of
and it's
course, of
not,
course,
yeah.
but most sane people can do that. Of course, there's a couple, uh, you know, people who can't, but they are the negative outlier. They are not the norm.
Well, I've given up with Rocket League. It's not working.
And they make a more compelling argument.
Everyone
I'm
were on
willing
the
to
edge of
listen
the
to it.
seats about that, Pearly.
Um, well, I think it comes down to it's in the eye of the beholder. So if you think someone's a creep, they're a creep, and if you're okay with something, it's okay. And there's no objective answer here. But I think you're not going to bust out your flashlight and show it to a woman you
Moni, a
bring
lot of
over.
people think that transgenders are creeps, but you would say they're being bigots for feeling that way. Some people would
Yes,
say.
that is true.
So, isn't that unfair? You're judging people with sex dolls by calling them creeps, but you're angry at people being judging you for being transgender, thinking you're a creep. And you just said it's subjective. If it's subjective, then you should either just allow people to think you're a creep because you're transgender, or you should not get rid of your double standard and accept that people have different sexual tastes.
That was very passionate. Feel like I might have tread on a nerve, and
You haven't tread on a nerve. It's just my Northern Irish passion.
well, I'm sorry if I offended you.
You haven't offended me in the slightest. This is how
The
we speak
passion
in
of
Northern Ireland.
the passion of the lady boy.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't really like transgender people being equated to creeps and people who have sex dolls. I,
But everybody can be a creep. Like you could be a creep and be
I
cis. You
mean,
could
you
be a
said the
creep and be
same thing
trans.
yourself earlier, Pearly. You said it's in the eye of the beholder. Anyone can be a creep or not a creep.
oh, I'm just gonna. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Andrew needs my Epic Games account. So should we just move on to another topic then, shall we?
Yeah, I think we're going around in circles in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how,
Yo.
and this is quite a deep one. So, how important is death in a cultural sense? I personally feel that we wouldn't have things like religion and stuff. We'd actually create some kind of utopia and kind of like a Star Trek type universe if we didn't have death.
We didn't have
Well,
death.
what
Yes.
do you think could happen about overpopulation and stuff like that? Because like, would everyone have to stop having children? Because then, like,
No, they just
you
stop
know,
having children.
So,
well,
at what point in human history does immortality come in?
what if someone wanted to commit suicide? What's the basis on that? Because then, if like people start killing themselves and dying in
Yeah,
accidents,
that's fine.
obviously, and stuff like that, then you need to repopulate. Like, but who gets children. It's
No, people just
you're
wouldn't
into a very
want to have
author.
children.
I mean, I think it's
Yeah, but they need
statistically
to have
more, but
children to repopulate the deaths and stuff
I
from
mean, I think it's
suicides and
statistically
accidents.
more likely that you're going to have children than you're going to kill yourself.
Oh, Morty, what happens as you age? Do you just stay like 30 years old forever in terms of 30-year-old body?
Why
Or do
30?
you
Why
get
not
really,
25?
or like get really, really old and wrinkly and decrepit and senile?
Shiva was the one that mocked up this question, so could you just clear up some of the finer points of it?
I think what I meant about death in a cultural sense is that how important is the idea of death that we really respect. Say, not death itself, but like how often do we think about death? How often do we regard death? How do we regard it in the first place? Like when we think of death, do we think of a positive or a negative? Do we think of death as a absolution from earthly domain, or do we think of it as a cutting your life short?
I remember it's a very philosophical German. I remember reading something about early Christianity because apparently in the Bible there's actually no law against suicide. There's no condemnation of suicide whatsoever. It's just it came in the Saint Augustine, who was a
Yo.
saint, made it suicide against Christianity, made it a sin because too many Christians were killing themselves so they could go to heaven. So I
Oh,
think there's a kind of like
Very counterproductive, yeah.
yeah, there's a kind of I think what you're saying is right. There's like different cultures tend to view death quite differently, like and for very specific reasons. Like I think in Christianity we kind of in the Christian West we developed this kind of hatred of kind of suicide and euthanasia for kind of a pragmatic reason. But in like someone was telling me they went to India once and their father fell down some steps near the Gandhi Museum and like cracked his head and had to go to hospital. And the Indians there have a very weird view of death. They were saying, "Oh, how auspicious, how lucky it is that he cracked his head on the museum for Gandhi."
yes,
And this was,
Pakistanis do exactly the same thing.
and they just thought it was like it was really lucky because they thought he would be like reborn or something really good. It was really lucky. It was a really weird thing.
What the fuck is going on, man?
We're
Uh,
talking about philosophical
All,
implications.
all, I,
of death.
all I know is we've got one very happy fan because we've got our favourite roadman on.
okay.
What about my
We've got
mum
a
came in
question
my
for
room?
you. We've got a question for you from the thread. Are you a wigger or a wacky?
I'm white.
Yeah, but you're obviously acting like or talk like a black
I'm
guy.
white.
So
I'm white.
who do you hang out with mainly Pakistanis or black people?
Black people.
So you're a wigger, okay.
So Oni, we're on this philosophical subject of death. How would you say that one of the things very interesting to me in London is all these young black kids shanking each other
Yeah.
over nothing and they don't seem to even really care about their own lives. How would you say you feel that kind of underclass in London feel about the concept of death and life? Do they not like care about death at all?
Well, no, it's because of fucking generational beefs that go back, 30, 40 years over drug territories.
It's fucking Boris
And-
Johnson, isn't it, bro? With his fucking
Yeah,
policies
but the
and
thing,
his fucking
shush,
stop
man,
and search,
shush.
bro.
Don't make me bait out your government name on the live stream, fam. Nah, but yeah, it goes back fucking generations, man. And these kids still have these beefs when they shouldn't, because literally they're stabbing each other over nothing now. It's just, oh, you're from over there, so you're an op. It's fucking stupid, man.
Could I maybe ask a question? Do you think maybe it's that they do not consider the implications of death and they just consider they don't think too much about it?
Yeah, I
Like when
guess
you think
so.
of like war gone by, people just went to battle, they went running at the guy full speed ahead with their spears or bayonets. They don't think about death. They think about
Yeah.
the glory that will cause, and they think of death
Yeah,
as a
exactly. That's
as
it.
a
That's the
negative
exact
byproduct that
thing,
may
man.
happen.
That's the exact thing. Because some geezer got shot yesterday, and
Yes.
everyone in social media is saying, "Oh yeah, fucking, he's in my spliff and shit." And also, it's just the whole hype around it. Because ever since UK drill got big, all these kids from like fucking Shropshire and that are looking at it, going, "Oh, this is sick. This is like just music. It's not actually real." When people are losing their lives out here,
In it, blood.
huh?
Uh,
Shush yourself, Amir.
I was a. That's inappropriate. That you might as well just call me a packy.
Shush yourself, man. Stop pissing on other people's drinks, you fucking
I was
fool.
agreeing with you though.
Yeah, I know, but don't take the piss.
Right, blood.
Because the only's going to be taking his mind in our mouth.
Here's the thing, though. You're saying only that it goes only, but like I know what you mean. It's like postcode wars, right? They call it
Yeah.
postcode wars. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like it's like kind of the remnants of drug wars that go back decades and decades. But you got to ask the
always
question: is
been
why
bad.
would a teenager who's like, from a reasonable, not like just a working class London background, possibly black, but not necessarily, like get involved in all of this shite? Like, why would they decide to go and say, right, you're from there in this postcode, therefore I hate you, I'm gonna fucking kill you? Like,
It's their
usually,
environment, man. It's
The
their
culture, innit?
environment. Yeah, nah, because these kids are born in fucking poverty-stricken neighborhoods. They chill with the people around the block, and like the older guys are like, "Oh yeah, go shot
It-
this fucking crack and that."
It's
Oh
not
yeah,
like
if you
the-
see this guy is on site, it's
It's not
literally
like
it's grooming for one. It's child grooming and just the environment they live in.
it's
I
also
think
like
that's
the culture around the area, like you say, with drill music and shit, and just sort of like everything like they grow up with. It's not like listening to country music or some
Yeah.
sort of like fucking Celine Dion ballads. They're
But I
listening
think-
to
I
like
think-
songs about like fucking some other guy up because he came on your turf and did your
there's a
job or
certain
whatever.
level
It's
also there's a
like-
certain level of tribalistic human culture. I mean, if you
Yeah.
feel no, and I
Well,
think that also
sort
has to
of,
do with the
sort
fall
of, but
the fall of nationalism, the fall of patriotism in general in the Western world. You look for other groups to associate with, and then you
Yeah, and the
associate with
thing
your
is,
postcode in
like,
this
the
case.
thing is, like Billy said earlier, it's not. I don't think it's any different, really, than like postcode wars back from when we were like your age. It's
Yeah.
just sort of like social media's got like a new spin on it, and I
Oh,
think
yeah,
it,
no,
it might,
so
it might,
massively.
it might be more
Social-
now,
nah,
but I think
bro.
it's definitely along the same lines.
So pretty much social media and drill music, I'm not blaming them for knife crime because that's just dumb.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
like moving backwards because the only thing that causes it is poverty and not having because like how do I put this? With
Well, it's
with
the
the
only thing
event
that causes
of
it is
social
poverty.
media, yeah, with the event of social media, like it's become so public now. Everyone can see these violations, like on Snapchat and shit. You follow the like hood news pages. It's like, oh, this guy got drawn out. This guy got caught lacking, and then it hurts their reputation. So they think, oh yeah, I gotta go out and fucking get my reputation back by attempting to kill someone or killing someone.
Oh, I'm
It's
playing a
just
game of Rocket League with Andy. How cool is
That's
that?
really interesting.
Online.
We're actually talking
cool,
about something
wow,
that
Who,
happened
who
more
the fuck is
interesting.
Andy even?
Wow, cool.
It's a
Playing Rocket
nonce who
League with
tried
that.
molesting a 15-year-old boy
Oh,
by buying him
Jesus
a graphics
Christ.
card.
Jesus fucking
Oh,
Christ.
fuck.
That's disgusting.
That's not true. I mean, there's some truth in there. We did try and
Yeah,
molest it. It was just a gift.
in other words,
Even
it is
that-
basically true, but you like him. That's basically what you're saying.
Wait! I got a joke. He's gonna
Oh,
give him-
Andrew scored! He scored a goal!
He's
that's
gonna
very
give. He's giving
interesting.
him the VRAM if he'll let him RAM.
Maybe you should mute yourself, money, or something.
Alright, sorry. Oh, maybe. Oh, what the hell? Andrew just jumped right over me!
No. Oh, did Andrew do that? What a funny, silly thing that fucking no one cares. Nobody cares.
Whoever in the thread said Rupert the gang expert, you're a funny guy, man. That's a Rupert the gang expert.
Rupert the drug expert. That's funny.
No,
Oh,
anyway,
oh, he
why
scored
are you
again.
playing Rocket League? That game is so lame. That game is fucking trash.
I think we should all play. I think we should all play
It's free
Fall
to
Guys
play
together.
now. Oh, I've got
Just-
Fall Guys. I used to be quite good at it. I won like 8 episodes.
Hey Billy, there's a theory in thread that you are Cracky-chan fan with an Irish accent. Is that right?
Oh,
Who's
Andrew's got to the
Cracky-chan
ball
fan?
first again. Oh, he
Cracky-chan
jumped over
fan
me.
was our old co-host before.
Oh, almost
Paul
scored.
bullied him. And I was, shut the fuck up, like legitimately. Like nobody
be
wants to
quiet,
hear your
man.
commentary
Fucking annoying
of you playing a video game.
Well, that's your opinion, but fine.
Also,
Okay.
it's
I'll
literally
fine. I'll
posted
shut up. I'll shut up.
One of the listeners has just posted it. They don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
Fact.
guess. Is it quiet voice?
It's your,
and on?
your Swedish boyfriend apparently that doesn't actually like you.
What? Well, why? He wouldn't be my boyfriend otherwise, would he?
Well, I asked him about it and he said he hated you.
Well, you don't know who my Swedish boyfriend is.
It's fun.
You don't know that.
Yeah, it's obvious. Like
Obvious.
I could know loads of
Actually,
Swedish
well,
guys.
Yeah, he definitely isn't because like you don't go out with him because he hates you. But, you know.
Right. Well, sorry. Could you just tell me a little bit about your girlfriend?
I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have a girlfriend?
No,
Oh,
Why are you lot arguing, man? Just be quiet.
it's
What's
fun.
the next topic?
oh, okay. So, I think Andrew's about to score another goal.
Oh, that's really, really interesting. Tell,
Just
tell
put
Andrew I'm
his
so
balls.
happy for
Cool,
He's
him.
man.
gonna
That's
put his
really
balls in a
cool.
hole. I hope that all's over
Okay, fine,
15.
fine. So, this topic was suggested by someone who isn't quite here, so I'll just save it for later. So, wait, I might score a goal. Oh no,
Oh,
I missed him.
shut the fuck up. I
Oh,
swear to God, shut the fuck up.
I missed. Okay, fine. Sorry. Okay. Shout simp intervention.
Oh, is that the one? Can we do a different
It is
question?
next.
Can we do,
Yeah,
are
I
you
think
sure that's
shout.
next?
Oh shit! This.
Shout.
Oh, I could have said. Oh, crap! That's our goal.
Oh, is it? Is
Oh,
it?
that's why Andrew
Brilliant.
stopped me from scoring earlier
Oh, did
because I
I?
was going
Did
for
I?
my
Did I? Did I? Did
for
I?
our own goal.
Did I? Did I?
Yeah.
Did
In
I?
it. Yeah, in it. Yeah. In
All
it
right.
goal. Yeah.
Fine. We'll skip over women's issues for now.
I'm not even. I don't want to skip over the questions. I just want to fucking get you
Yeah, I
to
want to
shut
talk
the
about
fuck
fucking
up and stop
shout
talking
Simp's
about Rocket
intervention.
League.
Okay. Fine.
So my
Joe Biden, is he our guy? And what do we all think of Paul's?
I want my intervention.
Yeah, me
Nah,
too.
fucking
No, we have
politics. American politics is retarded, fam.
Oh, the other team scored. Could have had a clean sheet there.
Let's talk about shout on. Man, I mean this is good, but you've been sipping for Alina way too fucking hard.
And you've done it to
that's a
other
bit-
women as well.
that's
It's
a bit
fucking
dodgy
creepy.
as well, man. That's a bit
It's
dodgy.
annoying.
And she's
Alina
17
brings-
as well.
Yeah, she brings nothing to the fucking context, and the only reason she's still here because you keep sucking her off.
That's fine.
Oh,
It's not, fam. That's dodgy as hell,
No.
bro. That's dodgy as hell. You can't keep doing that.
okay. So maybe we should all like clap pedophile, and that will stop him from being a pedophile. So what?
Not really.
Nah, money.
really
You
gonna
can't
help.
chat either, man.
Oh, I scored a
None of
goal.
us can chat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Clap,
only
clap,
like
pedophile.
like
Clap,
videos
clap,
and shit.
pedophile.
It's all harmless.
Me and Andrew are winning 5-1.
No one cares. No one
Yeah,
really
man.
cares
No
at
one
all.
gives one.
I mean, nobody cares that I'm fucking studying for uni, so you don't
Bro,
see me
I'm
compete
Oh,
anywhere.
I'd like to
trying
hear
to
about
pick my
university. I like
fucking-
intelligent men.
I mean, right now I'm working on my information on.
Thesis.
No, actually, not my thesis. That's going to be in a year or two. Right now, I'm working on. I'm working on sort of. I'm working on my pre-thesis, like practice thesis, where
Wow.
we're supposed to be learning about basic, citation, learning how to work with academic sources and such like that. So,
Yeah.
I'm writing
Move
down
out of the way, Andy. Oh, sorry.
Boo.
Fam, turn the
Shut
game
up.
off, man.
There's 1 minute 30 left on the clock.
No, I don't
I
care how long
understand,
the
like-
game is. Just shut your mouth. Just no one cares. Mute your
Yeah,
mic.
yeah. I mean,
All right, fine. I'm sorry.
No, it's not even
Fine.
about that.
It's not like I'm eating on stream though. I'm not eating in
it's
the
literally
mic.
worse. People having a conversation. Going, Andy did something.
Rocket League! Rocket League! I'm fucking 27 years old, but I still play Rocket League.
I only just started playing
Only
Rocket League
27?
actually.
No one cares.
Fine. Oh,
Rocket League
didn't know
has
you were
been
that
dead
old.
for 5 years, fam.
Fuck.
Like,
it only just became free to play.
No
yeah, but
one
who plays that shitty
cares.
game? Play FIFA.
You have to pay for FIFA though.
Well, fucking pay for FIFA, you broke boy.
You've got 30 grand.
Yeah, Moni, you just need to go open up. Moni, just open up a fucking OnlyFans. You get FIFA.
It's all
Yeah.
tied up in my premium bonds.
Well, fucking get some money out then.
Premium bonds are not preventing you from getting a fucking OnlyFans.
Oh, well, I
Like, don't get me
guess
wrong,
I could do
would
an
not pay for that
OnlyFans.
shit. Yeah, I'm not paying for that shit, but you know, I'll recommend it to people.
Bro, imagine paying for porn.
I know you find
Yeah,
all this
what
shit online.
losers, huh? All right, fine. Proper topic. So, are all Blair White fans racist bigots?
Of course not. I'm a massive Blair White fan. I'm not a racist
Yeah,
bigot.
she's big on road, man.
She thinks that she's the only good trans, and she's very transphobic against trans
She's really
people.
fucking
That's
hot,
man,
very
she
true,
is.
though. That's very true, because she is.
Nah. Country Boys is pretty cool too.
Yeah,
I
Contrapoint
don't like
is cool, but Blair
ContraPoints.
White is better.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
a
I would
thread
give you
about ContraPoints up on LGBT right now.
That's
Why
only
would I
because
go
it's like
on the
four
Batty
people,
board?
you know.
Why would I go on the Batty Boy board?
They're calling her a champagne liberal. Limousine
She's
liberal.
not, she's not a
I'd
fucking
say the
liberal. She's a
ContraPoints, yeah.
conservative.
No, yeah,
Are
she's
you
not
high?
liberal. She's a lefty. What are you on about?
She's a, no. What the
She's
fuck?
not conservative. What the
Oh wait,
fuck
were
are
you talking
you on
about Blair White or ContraPoints?
ContraPoints.
ContraPoints.
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely not a liberal. She's a lefty.
I think Blair White is very in between.
Yeah, no, Blair
Very
White is
moderate.
she's a log cabin Republican.
No,
Yeah,
she's
I think the thing
horrible.
about ContraPoints is that although I disagree with a large, like probably most of the things she says, she's one of the rare cases I do have more respect for what they do, because I can see that they are quite intelligent and
No,
creative.
it's all a
even if they
fraud.
get it
It's a
wrong.
front. It's all fake. Like, I mean,
I
yeah.
think
Moni, if you just
ContraPoints
learn,
is
if you
not
just
as smart as you would like. I guess think from the editing and
Yeah,
the
exactly.
topical
That's it.
references and
No,
the
no,
I would
Yeah.
say that actually it's quite well written. Like that, like you can see that a lot of time has gone into like the writing.
every time I watch a video she's done, it's fucking massive tangents and it's like fancy words and shit
Yeah.
like that and nice
Yeah.
It's not really
graphics,
massive chance.
but
It does
doesn't
flow
feel
quite well like
it's
an essay.
actually.
Yeah, it does. It has a very good. The German term is like roter Faden. It's like a red string that goes through the whole thing.
The thing is, what she's writing is what's called discussion essays. So it's not like one point that she's hammering through. It's just like a meandering sort of like discussion of the issue. So, for example,
Wait.
the one video I did like was the one on cringe culture. So it's not like cringe is good or cringe is bad. It's just sort of like, right, this is a discussion of like the ways cringe can be good, the ways cringe can be bad. What is cringe? Where does it come from? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
I
it's
think
a
in
discussion.
doing it in a meandering way, you risk, and in the case of ContraPoints, I think she does do it a lot, where you've watched the video and you're like, oh, what the fucking, what was the point? There was no like actual fucking
Well,
point
that's because you're
behind all
just
of it.
watching YouTube videos with like just like one single point hammering through. You're not used
Well,
to
no,
like
but you're
reading
meant
like
to
a serious
have
book.
a point. Yeah, you can do meandering all you like if you have an actual point at the end. If you're just meandering and you don't go anywhere, then that's bad
So in the
meandering.
cringe
If it's
videos, you should not
meandering
pay
on the
attention to
way
what
to
she
an
was
actual
doing.
yeah, that's just my opinion anyway, but it certainly didn't feel like
The thing about Blair White's
well,
essay
that good.
videos and how they function is that she tries to tackle a issue.
Oh
from
my
many
god,
sides.
why are you giving her legitimacy? She's a grifter. She's just like all the other alt-right idiots that just like, oh, big controversy, guys. The SJWs are crying.
Alt-right, you fucking moron.
No, the Blair White. We're on Blair White
We're
again.
talking about ContraPoints.
Are you
like
sure?
Blair
I think you
White.
just said Blair White.
He
No,
did
we're
say Blair White, to be fair, which kind of confused me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about ContraPoints. I'm confused.
Yeah, but we all thought you were talking
Well,
about
we
Blair
were
White because you
talking
said
about
Blair White.
ContraPoints, but then you said Blair White.
Okay, maybe I
don't
misspoke.
really pay
Okay.
attention to trannies, so yeah.
So okay,
Yeah.
I think like I would say I gotta say what I like about ContraPoints videos is that she tries to hit on every single side of the topic that she possibly can. Of course, she's limited, as every human being is limited from their own perspective. But I like the way she attempts, at least makes an honest effort to see perspective that she in no way can really identify with. And plus, she looks
Yeah,
fucking
she's so
great.
dumb
So
and she's a small brain. The estrogen is rotting her brain.
Estrogen is rotting ContraPoints brain.
Yes, and your brain, Moni. Although yours was pretty fucked up already, to be fair.
So take for example, do you know the one she did on like opulence on like class culture? in America?
That one's
That was
great.
really interesting. That was
Oh my
like,
god, I'm gonna kill you.
why do you want to fucking kill me? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's just an interesting video.
Because you've been playing like a fiddle. She's a
I mean,
fraud.
what goal is she trying to play me for?
Well, your Patreon money.
I don't pay her any Patreon money.
Me neither.
You claim not to,
I mean, I claim I don't fucking have any fucking money to give to her on Patreon.
but you would if you did.
What?
This is a very strange, weird like hatred of. I don't even like. To be honest, I actually think they are kind of an autogynephile, which I don't have a problem.
Yeah,
with. Just
there we
weird
go.
people
The
are.
truth comes out. Good. I'm glad we agree on something.
What?
Monet, can you explain to everyone here, if you look in the Discord, what is a he/him lesbian? This was something I've been wondering about for a bit.
Oh, probably like a tranny that's like, you know, just
Some made
Yeah,
up bullshit.
Yeah, I
Some
don't
made up
think I
bullshit. I don't know.
Monies.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. I'll explain why I quite like the ContraPoints video on opulence. The one on opulence was interesting to me because it made me think about why Donald Trump was so successful with working class voters. Like it made me think about like popular people in Northern Ireland who've come from like poor communities and like done well and why they're such heroes. It is because there's a kind of working classness about Donald Trump. He doesn't put on the actual sort of like auspices of a general upper class person with a kind of more austere, refined taste. It's more about the gold and the glitz and the glamour. I thought was kind of interesting about the way, like,
He
kind of
seems like,
subconsciously,
yeah,
it applies that.
he seems more like a guy that, and I mean this without any real rating or anything. He seems more like a guy who won the lottery and then
Oh
got
yeah.
rich than somebody who worked for the rich.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Which I think is why a lot of people kind of identify with him. Like they can't identify with someone like they can't even really fucking identify with Obama, who's a millionaire several times over, because Obama's like Harvard graduate, worked there to get himself. He's very refined, very well spoken. Trump is just like he seems like kind of like just sort of like a working class guy
Rest are
who won the
also,
lottery. Like Schubert were saying, it's just
yeah, they're also career politicians, which Trump was not. Yeah,
She
He's just
stole
doing the
she
meme.
probably stole everything she said in that video.
Who?
So, who cares?
Yeah.
90% of academia is stolen.
Yeah. Well, she's not saying anything
Moni,
original.
we both know that you're jealous of how fucking hot ContraPoints looks.
She is not. It's all fake.
Who cares?
It's all lighting and angles and makeup and plastic surgery. And by the way,
So?
she's paralyzed in like half her face of plastic surgery and botched the surgery.
No, I tell you what, Moni. The reason I actually prefer ContraPoint's old videos before she went trans. I actually found those really early ones really interesting. Like just about like YouTube history and stuff. That was actually quite interesting. But like I think when there's like so much production value in it, it's sort of lost its kind of charm a little bit. But I still like it. I like the opulence video the most. But like there's some of the really early ContraPoints videos she's taken down now are quite interesting. Like about like atheism and feminism and all those kind of really early videos before she transitioned are actually quite interesting. When she didn't have any of that fucking any of like the huge amount of money she has to like put into production value, I found those interesting. It's not. I think the difference is, Money. The reason that people find her points meandering is because they're so used to like having just someone like Joseph Watson or even the SJW equivalent on the left, just like hammer home one point repeatedly again and again aggressively with like a really simple argument. Whereas like ContraPoints is just like it's more like just a discussion to get you thinking, and like it's good because it allows like a platform for then you to think and formulate your own thoughts about something. So like the thing I liked about ContraPoints videos, I watched the video and then I could spend like half an hour thinking about that about myself and come to my own conclusions because she's just like a sparking of thought. It's not like you believe this, you must believe this, or fuck you. It's actually kind of an interesting discussion.
Yeah, she's not telling people what to think. She's saying, I believe this, but there's other people who believe that. You make up your own mind.
well, yeah, but the few times she has explicitly given her opinion
Of course,
on things,
because of course, if you give your, there's a difference between giving your opinion,
dumb
and
dog shit take.
There's a difference between giving your opinion and forcing it down somebody's throat.
Well, yeah, I think at the end of the day, she still has those opinions.
Okay,
and she's
fine.
still
Let
biased
me
and-
just
What are her
forget
dog
about.
shit opinions?
Can we
What are her
forget
dog-
about?
I distinctly remember one about cancel culture that I had a big issue with.
Which was?
She essentially said it was fine if you use it correctly, but then the obvious issue with that is that people don't use it correctly, and so in which case you probably ought to chuck the whole thing out rather
It's
than.
not quite what she said. Chuck the whole thing out. She said it was a very dangerous tool. And it
Because
was
she
actually
got
really
and
harmful.
she didn't say chuck the whole thing out. She said
That's
that
pretty
it was
good.
a
She didn't-
dangerous tool that you can use if you want to. The obvious issue, in my opinion, is that, well, how do we decide that? And if we say it's okay in some cases,
That's the whole
well,
point she's
every
trying to get you to do, to get you to think about that. The whole point is it's a platform for then
Well,
for
no,
you to jump on and think about
the
it.
correct opinion is to say
The correct
as a
opinion?
as a principle, we should not do it unless it's a massively special case.
I think that's pretty much what she was
that's the
leading you
correct-
to there, to be honest.
I don't
Roughly.
think that was not how I interpreted what she said.
That's
Granted,
literally
it
what
was
she
a
said.
while
sure
Kind of
ago.
what she was
retard.
saying when she was saying like R. Kelly, who like raped a kid or whatever. That was pretty a good tool. But like most of the time, it was it's not really legitimate, especially on Twitter.
I
Like
feel like she did not have a strong enough take on cancel culture to do any worthwhile good. Yeah,
you've been
I felt it was
cancelled,
very
Zoomer.
weak. No.
Okay, so can we get back to the original person? So Blair White. So fine, ContraPoints isn't has
I'd have sex
plus
with
points and
Blair
negative,
White probably.
but she's a grifter just like all the other alt-right. Can we agree on that then? She's no different to like the Quartering or Paul Joseph Watson.
I think
No, the
vast
quartering is a fat
majority
loser who
of
got banned from his entire community,
YouTube,
so he decided to do. So he had to fucking damage control and talk about definitive.
Oh,
yeah, I think they're all bad.
okay, but
At least
mean,
Blair White.
actually,
At least
I
Blair
like
White is
Destiny.
hot. At least Blair White is hot.
okay, fine. So that's the only
Destiny
difference.
is the only political person.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay,
But
fine.
still something. Like I'd rather fucking look at, Blair White than some fat retard.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay then. So
Moni, you like Vosh, don't you?
yes.
Yeah, Vosh is shit. Fuck you.
Borscht is pretty good.
I,
No,
don't-
Vosh is not good.
I think there are some
yeah,
other
Bush is pretty good.
left-wing.
You've outed yourself as.
Wait. You mean the
small-brained
food,
person.
right? You mean the food, right?
The soy boy guy.
I don't know who this. I mean like the red beet salad with white
He-
fish and
Yeah, I
mayonnaise.
don't know what that
He
is.
does look a bit
That's
like
re-
red
that-
beet salad.
I do like the food. I don't know about any soy boy cuck losers, but the food is good.
Oh, he's,
Yeah, well,
he's probably
you know that Moni likes him, so you can come to a conclusion from
he's
that.
one of the biggest left-wing streamers around right now.
Yes, and so is Hassan, and they're both shit. So
But I'd say Welsh is bigger on YouTube, and he is more of a
Yeah,
rising
because he
star.
got banned on Twitch for anti-Semitism.
What
Uh,
a surprise! The
I did-
left-wing person hates Jews.
I did notice that he turned back the anti-Israel stuff since he got big. Like he was fuck Israel early on, and now he's like, oh, it's a complicated issue.
I just don't
But
like
he's
Jews, but I'm
also-
trying to use
oh,
Israel
yeah.
as a fucking.
No, that's not him at all. He's very
No,
pro-trans.
come on. There's no, as a Western individual, there's no logical reason to disagree with the state of Israel. Let me explain to you why. I'm just
Oh,
saying this.
no,
Let
this
me-
is going to be a messy
What about- they
topic.
keep
And let
annexing-
me
what about
explain-
poor
let me explain why,
Palestinians
let me
getting
explain
the
why.
shit annexed out?
Let me explain why.
Fine.
You
Because you're such a dick.
you have the Middle East, right?
Yep.
And almost every single country in the Middle East wants to either destroy Europe, bomb Europe, control
Oh,
Europe,
yeah,
create like a fucking
yeah.
I don't think
Islamic
that's
State
true.
everywhere.
I'm sure
And
we
then-
should definitely go there and meddle some more and that.
And then
because
what
that's
I'm
worked
talking
out
about-
really
and you
well.
know-
I,
let me
I
finish,
think,
let me
I think
finish.
a large reason
No,
why
let me
the
fi- let me
Middle East
fucking
doesn't
finish.
like
I
the
want to
West
say
is
this
No,
one
I
thing.
know what you
All right, come on, let's not pile on the Jew. Let him
You're
say his
goddamn
thing.
Can I just,
propaganda.
you're
I know
just
you've been
using
paid
the
by
same tired
George
hackney
Soros.
statement. Let me just
George
finish.
Soros has paid you off.
All right, let's
Okay,
hear
great.
his opinion. It's probably very unique.
Great.
Come on.
Okay, my point is this. You have the entire fucking region full of crazed suicide bombers who just want to blow the shit out of Europe.
That's an
Mhm,
interesting take.
And you have the only, and Israel is basically the only country in the region that is willing to work with the West and be basically the only country in that region that is willing not to bomb.
And
the
I
West.
wonder why that is.
So why would you be against basically the only foothold?
What's the value
Because
of
I don't
that?
believe in intervening in another continent and just pumping tons of money in arms into a country that's annexing its neighbours and just being a piece of shit in the general area. Like fuck that, fuck 'em.
And
It's just
then
that's
the
the
reason
point.
why
You need
the Middle
if
East
you want to
is
have
so
a
shit.
proper
I don't need him.
international
I don't give a fuck. I
influence.
don't think we should meddle in the Middle East. Look how badly it's turned out for us. Like ever since 9/11 and us sticking his oar in, it's been one shit show after another. Gaddafi's gone down. He kept shit pretty tight. You've lost all these like dictators and.
I will admit
bad guys.
Gaddafi was way overhated. Gaddafi was pretty
Yeah,
good.
because it was a target for the West because they didn't
Yeah,
like it.
they wanted oil. They wanted oil.
So why should we bother with Israel? Why should we bother with Middle East? Leave everyone to their own.
I don't think we should directly
devices.
bother. I don't think we should bother with them. But and I'm not saying we should pump millions of shekels into Israel. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't agree with the people who are, so overtly against Israel. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
human rights violation.
Oh come on!
general
Everybody, every fucking country does
non-intervention.
that. Every fucking country does that.
Not
Well,
to their.
that doesn't make it okay. What the fuck is that dumb shit logic?
I don't think every country does do that. They've done it like hundreds of years ago, but
And
they've.
also, and also for like still fucking today. I mean,
Like, can you think of another example?
Oh, Israel and
U.S.
small little
Guantanamo
pissy
Bay,
rockets come over
China,
the wall. Best bomb the fuck out of
Australia,
that entire village and kill everyone.
Australia pumping a massive amounts of money into mining companies that basically kill a bunch of people in Sri Lanka.
There's a
Then
key
there's
difference there because in case of Guantanamo Bay or the other one, those are not their citizens. But you're kind of having your cake and eating it too with Israel.
no,
And
no,
that,
no. How Israel's not directly going after Israeli citizens.
yeah, exactly. So the Palestinians aren't their citizens, but
Of
that
course,
land is
fucking
their
not.
land according to them. Israelis consider the land the Palestinians is on is Israeli land, but the people on there are not Israeli people.
Not all of Palestine is Israel.
Oh no, not
Just-
yet.
No, that's not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
The whole point of Israel is
Get a
to
few more,
restore the
Restore the
biblical-
entirety of the Middle East to fucking Israeli control.
No, that's not true. That's simply incorrect. The only
Why do you
point
keep spreading out and taking the Western Bank then? Just fucking, you know.
because that was part of the original territory.
You've definitely
That's-
put the original territory. It weren't part of the original laid out plans there. You keep breaking into that international convention and taking more.
What do you mean?
I feel like we should change the topic just because this is not something that people find agreement on, and it's quite a divisive issue. Although there's definitely a right and a wrong, we just can't agree on what the right and the wrong are.
Kill
The
Israelis,
right is in
kill the
fact to give it
Jews,
back to
burn
Britain.
them.
Yeah,
This is a
see,
whole
your
land
argument is
Britain.
not coming from a point of caring about the Palestinians. Your argument is coming from a place of anti-Semitism.
It can be both.
Yeah, that's just because you're finding an excuse.
Why
In
do
You're
you
his
like
case-
it so
you're
much?
trying to be a shock jock.
I'm not anti-Semitic.
No, I'm
I-
not talking about you. I'm talking about Sean. No.
I just want to say one of the women I work with has some Jewish heritage.
Well, that doesn't really mean that much. I mean,
That's like the worst fucking like. Oh, I'm not racist. I've got black friends. It's like some woman I work with is part Jewish. It's
like, frankly, Moni, if you're like, you actually have a reason to be like pro Middle Eastern because you're Middle Eastern, right? So,
Oh right, now that's racist.
why?
Because you assume because I'm brown, I have a reason to be pro.
I mean,
I'm
you
not.
have more of a reason than
What
Shelton
reason?
Law.
What reason? What is this
I don't know.
reason?
Cultural togetherness, I guess.
Cultural together. So it's okay. So I'd be racist towards my own people. Racial bias. Is that what you're saying?
What do you? I'm confused. What?
You're
What
implying
do you
that
mean?
I would be biased towards people of my own race.
No, that's not what I said at all. I
You
said
used the word culture
that-
instead of race, which is coded racism.
no, it's not. What I said is you'd be more likely and you'd have more of a stake in the issue of being.
Why do I have a stake in
Anti-Israeli.
the issue? I live in Britain.
You keep talking about fucking Muslims and kill all whites and all that shit. So
I never ever mention Muslims.
I think to quote I think was it fucking Nicolas Cage. I think I'm taking crazy pills here.
I
Moni
definitely
doesn't
do
like
not-
Muslims.
I
'cause
definitely do
Moni
not
got
ever-
molested by the
Imam.
the imam. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Funny,
don't.
were you molested by your imam as a young Muslim?
Okay, well, it depends on how liberally you use the word molested. But I was
That does
abused.
not sound good. That
I'm
does not sound good.
I'm back.
Morny just opened up about the abuse from the imam that she had when she was a young Muslim.
that jihad.
I shout to Imam Raj.
Hilarious.
I know.
Imam Raj.
All right, well, here's a topic that I think you can really dig your teeth into: fish and chips, a lost art.
I just
did you
want to
say?
go back to the fact that Israel is an illegitimate state.
Okay.
And is bad.
I think we generally got everyone's opinions in. I think the listeners know where we all stand on that one. But fish and chips.
Bunch of fucking goys, man.
Nah, fish and chips is still banging, bruv. Like you go down the chippy, but it's mad expensive these days.
Yeah. Who is your local
That's
chippy run
£7.
by, and what is the price?
I'd
Imam
rather have a good
Raj.
old kebab, right, guys?
Now the chippy is run by some Pakistani geezers, and it's like £7 for a fucking fish and chips supper.
Oh, fish is expensive. Fish is £5 on its own because it's
Yeah.
cod.
I'm not
It's
hearing.
endangered. Yeah,
not yet.
$5
probably a
for
haddock
Yeah,
fish
but
then.
that's why you don't get
Fuck.
cod. You get is it
Haddock.
not haddock? Not even haddock. There's like an
Yeah.
even cheaper one, and like is it
Mackerel or
Palace or something.
something. Yeah.
Plate
Yeah, a
Palace.
cod are
something.
endangered.
place.
They've been overfished. That's why they're so
Yeah, I
expensive.
know.
I was explaining to
I
Schubert
also
because
live
he
on
wouldn't.
Earth.
I was
What do you
explaining.
mean he wouldn't know? Fucking
Schubert
knows
didn't
about
understand.
overfishing.
Yeah, we didn't know about the cod because they don't have fish and chips in Germany.
Yeah, they do, but it's really not that
They have
great.
cod.
They
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
Oh,
Cod.
why are they having their cod? We should be having the cod. That's
Yeah,
We
we're
have the
stealing it.
same
We're stealing it
fucking
from the
ocean.
British. Yeah,
well.
Not after Brexit, you can't.
yeah, we're gonna steal all your cod.
Not allowed to.
I fuck Brexit, man.
But now they're fishermen, we can fish our own cod without the Germans stealing all our fish.
What's
I
that?
would
It's
agree
like the
that
fucking like the fucking meme like lemon stealing whores, but it's like cod stealing Germans.
I do feel that the overfishing of the cod and the increase in price of cod has resulted in a lower quality of fish and chips.
You know what you could do? You could try using mackerel.
No, cod is cod.
Mackerel would be fucking disgusting.
Why? Mackerels taste great. I have
Why
mackerel
would
from
it-
can.
It's not when it's battered and with chips. You
Does
gotta
it go
have
with-
cod.
Okay, yeah.
And does it
Maybe I have never tried to fry or batter
and
mackerel.
it has
So
to go
maybe
with salt and vinegar.
Fuck off. No, vinegar is disgusting.
vinegar is great. Vinegar is great
Salt
on
and vinegar is
fried
good.
fish.
Vinegar is so gross.
Every time I have my fish sticks or like fish nuggets or whatever, I always put
Fish
mayonnaise
fingers.
and vinegar on it.
Wait, yo,
That's
Schubert,
disgusting.
do you like eating fish sticks?
Yeah, I love fish sticks. Oh, I'm not Kanye West. You're gonna do the fucking gay fish thing. Yeah, you almost got me. You almost got me.
zing,
Almost
fucking
got me.
zing.
Okay. Right. Well, we've got another viewer question. So how do we feel about the Armenia-Azerbaijan situation? So
I
I
don't
don't
give
know
a
anything
shit.
about it.
I don't really give a shit because it's just like
it's one of the few land disputes currently left in the world. I'll just summarize it for you. So the land there is
We have
officially.
an Armenian in the chat if you want to try and get her in.
I don't believe we do. I believe
No, we do.
Alina's,
Alina is Armenian part.
Yeah, she's
Alina's the
Armenian.
one who brought it
yeah,
up.
she's
The land
she's
belongs.
challenged. Armenian.
So I don't think she even knows about this kind of stuff.
She's the one who brought up the question. The land belongs to Azerbaijan, but the people living there are Armenian. So, yeah.
Okay, that's not quite
Stop
accurate, so Moni.
slapping
So
your
what
lips.
happened was okay. So what happened, Moni, was that the land is sort of historically Armenian, but there were a lot of Azeris there anyway. But Stalin, because it was part of the Soviet Union, Stalin in the 30s made it part of the region of Azerbaijan. He redrew the borders, so it's technically put in part of Azerbaijan. Then, when the Soviet Union broke up in 1991, obviously it was like legally
Arnie, shut
used
up.
to be under the same country, Soviet Union, that it was part of Azerbaijan. But the Armenians there who live in there, who are mostly Armenian, did not like that. So they declared their independent republic, the Republic of Artsakh. And then the Armenian army from Armenia came to help them to drive out all the ethnic Azeris who are a minority from the Nagorno-Karabakh region. And they were pushed out into Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan obviously wanted to keep that region. And yeah, it's just been going on ever since. But there's a good documentary with Simon Reeve where he goes to Nagorno-Karabakh, or as the Armenians call it, the Republic of Artsakh.
Okay.
Honestly, I blanked out almost all of
It
Yeah,
it.
well,
sounds like
you're
Armenia
waffling,
is in the
fam.
wrong.
It was just lots of words, and
Who
I
gives a
It
just
sounds
shit?
like
Moving
something that
on.
doesn't really. Wait, do they have
lost
oil?
interest.
No, they have no oil.
Okay, then it doesn't seem like something that I'd be interested in.
Alright, let's talk about something that isn't fucking dead. Like,
Fine. We've got
next
another
topic.
topic here. So
Necrophilia?
we'll go from the top. So favorite lines from films.
And that's just can we do a decent question for
when
once, Moni?
Robert De Niro says, "Just when I thought I was out, they pull me right back in."
Wasn't that the other guy, Ray Lolita or what?
I don't know. It was in Godfather 3, I think. Which
Guys,
is
No,
Guys,
the-
where it from fucking Goodfellas?
Nah, man, no.
Guys, quiet.
Shut up.
I think someone's
Shut
knocking
up.
on my door.
Oh, who
Well,
gives a
answer it
shit?
then.
It's me trying to get that ass.
No, just be quiet.
It's a
Just
rapist. Get him.
Get
He's
him,
in
get
here.
him,
He's
get
get
him,
him. He's got
Get him,
people
get him,
trapped.
Get him.
Attack him.
just be quiet for a minute.
Help me, help.
Help,
I'm
help, I'm
trapped,
trapped, there's no way out.
Fine,
forced
forget it.
to
It's not
fallen,
like,
I
it's
can't
not
get
like
up.
they can get in anywhere. Well, now they know I'm here because I just shouted. Okay.
Moni's trying to steal my nuts.
Fuck's
Help! I'm locked in the shoe cupboard.
Help, I'm trapped and I can't get out.
They call me Mr. Tibbs. There you go.
What?
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 That's a
It's from a
quote.
film called In the Heat of the Night, where a black guy
Oh.
says, they call me Mr. Tibbs when he goes down to investigate the rape and murder.
Yeah, the white
Um,
guy was like, "Oh, what do they call you, nigger, down there?" Blah blah blah, and then
Hey.
He doesn't say that. What he says, Money, is,
Whoa.
what do they call you up in Washington?
what he's
Because you
implying is nigger.
Yeah, but they
They're
don't say
calling
that.
him boy.
Saying
Or,
it.
Money, they're calling him boy,
Same
which is a
thing.
common.
Boy.
Yeah, it was a slang term for like black people back then, because you'd say like here boy, as like you say to a dog.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah.
Okay, so
Anyway, so I know we've moved on from the Azerbaijan topic, but there is quite a cool Azerbaijan metal video where the Azerbaijan army has released a metal music video celebrating their army, and they're calling death to Armenia. So
Cool.
they do some
have a
good.
look at that there. I posted it there.
I think I might have
Play it.
seen it already. They do some good work on Eurovision.
Imagine watching Eurovision, man.
Eurovision's
The
legit.
song is actually quite sick. I'm not gonna
Eurovision.
lie.
Eurovision is shit.
That's the point.
Every year it's the same thing. It's just the fucking some next guys from, I don't know, like
It's all about like the
Algeria and
shitty,
shit.
like
saying,
sarcastic
our
comments.
country is the best. Oh, it's dead, fam.
Yeah, but
X
that's the
Factor
point.
is
That's
better.
the
I
point.
don't get see
No,
why does it?
it's like the first round of X Factor. It's all these like shitty countries that are like doing these awful performances. It's super cringy and it's got that like sarcastic commentary. It's just fun. It's a good time.
Like, but I don't understand why does everybody sing in English? Like,
Because
even if they're like
Because
not
globalism,
English speaking
man.
countries.
Statistically, English winners win more.
Yeah, but it's just so fucking bullshit. I mean,
Yes, but if they sang in German, nobody would vote for them.
no, even I'm not even just talking about Germany. I'm just also talking about like the
Oh, any
Dutch
language, any
or
other
like
language than
Spanish
German,
or like
nobody.
fucking
Any other language than
Italian.
English, nobody
No,
cares. Nobody
sometimes
cares.
countries do very well singing in their own language. Like Italy
Very
was one of the
rarely.
front runners recently with that gorilla song.
Yeah, but statistically, if you look it up, like it's probably like 80% of winners are English speaking, English songs.
Well, historically, though, if you go further back, it's a bit more even.
How historic is it?
It's been
Very.
around for at least 50 years.
Yeah, I mean, if like in the 40s, French, I think 40s and 50s, the French did
But
the
like
best.
ABBA was singing Waterloo back in fucking 70s still.
Yeah.
All right, I got a question for you. What's better, regular Olympics or Winter Olympics?
Regular, only
Neither.
an American would
Oh,
think otherwise.
Fuck off. Winter
That's,
Olympics is so much
that's actually a
better.
really good question because Winter Olympics is kind of fun to watch.
Winter
Oh.
Olympics is fucking
Yeah,
fire.
right. Don't the Americans have like this really fucking hot Asian chick
Yeah.
for the snowboarding?
No, bro, but like all the toboggan and that on the Winter Olympics is so fun to watch because they got the cameras in them as well. So it's like, oh,
Fucking the only
shit.
thing, I mean, the
Oh,
best part
shit.
is like watching that fucking Asian chick from the snowboarding. What's her name?
Winter Olympics is a joke, and no one outside of America cares about them.
No, but obviously Summer Olympics is still good.
It's
But
one
Winter
with real
Olympics is fire.
sports.
Oh, real sports. What's a real sport to you then? man?
Running, jumping,
Run-
things
Running
anyone
is
can
not
do.
a sport. Running isn't a sport.
It's the
Running is-
ultimate
running-
sport.
running is an exercise.
Sprinting, then,
Wait, what?
rather than.
Sprinting isn't a sport either. Sprinting is also an exercise.
No, it's not, because you can only sprint for a short period of time.
Well, if you're fat
Or if
and
you're a dwarf.
unfit,
Well, so you're saying, well, every sport in the here's one. How come every sport in the Summer Olympics has got a superstar, whereas how many people from the Winter Olympics are famous?
bro,
Chloe
there's
Kim.
there's one superstar in all of Olympics. No, there's two. Mo Farah and Michael Phelps.
Usain Bolt. He's
Yeah,
probably
I
bigger
forgot
than
about
both
him.
both of them. And
Wait, did you put like a fidget spinner up her asshole? What the hell?
so maybe now we can move on to one of the big topics. So intervening on shout simping. So how does it all make you feel? So for example, seeing all the posts he
Disgusted.
does.
I think Shout is an unironic paedophile, and
Every
if Alina
time,
were 15
That's
years
a
of
little
age,
bit
that would
harsh.
not
That is
stop.
that's a bit harsh.
Okay.
All right,
Shout.
stop for a second.
Let's
Shout,
do a
you
thought
can't respond to
experiment.
any of this. This is how it works. You
Thought
just have to kind of
experiment.
take it
If
for a bit.
Alina were actually 16, would you be acting the same way?
16's legal, right?
Oh, okay. So we've already shown that we do not care about the morality of it.
All right, Mr. Shout Anon. Every time I play Among Us with you and Alina, every time I get roped into it, and I
Yeah.
always accuse her because it's funny. You're always like, no, it's not Alina, bro. It's not Alina. I'm in love with Alina, and I'm like,
Yeah, ironically.
big man, you're like 29 years
Yeah,
old.
you won't even fucking admit it. That's the most pathetic part about it.
You're like 29, fam. That is
27.
dodgy.
27.
That is
27
still
and
that's so
17.
dodgy. That's
Fair
so
enough.
dodge, fam. You were 10 years old when she was 0.
Yes, sir.
I just want
That's
To be
to.
honest, the age
weird.
gap between my grandparents is actually greater.
All
The gap
right,
between
but
my grandparents is like 20 years.
How
Okay,
old
that's
were
that's
they
that's
when they
that's a
met?
different generational thing.
How old were they when they met?
Oh, like my grandma was like she was 18, and yeah, he was like 38, almost 40.
All right, that's still a bit sus, but different generation, innit? But in this fucking age of the internet and that, like my man could just slide in her DMs and send her a picture of his willy if
Yeah,
he
but
wants to.
I
And
could,
that's
but I
probably already
haven't
done that.
because that'd be a bit
You don't want to be
weird.
fucking sent the cops. You don't want to be fucking.
To be
I
honest,
mean, I
to be
shoot, I
honest,
shoot
I'll
the shit
take
with her on. I shoot the shit with her on a Discord server and play Among Us. Fucking string me up.
I think we shouldn't bully shouting on. To be honest, if there's anyone who was simping for Alina, it was probably me because I was the one moaning about not having an emo GF when I was a teenager, and like I think some people interpreted that as simping. So
Yeah, but you don't do that all the fucking time. You did it
Yeah,
like once.
so the
I think
Discord is
I think
full
Annie's
of.
just salty because she refers to him as like a brother.
Nah, I'm not salty. I don't. There's nothing there for him.
No, the thing is,
that's my G,
Oni
innit?
actually Oni has sex with women, so he has no reason to simp.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a shagger.
I have sex with women. You know, it's just
How often?
twice this year.
Guys, you shouldn't be
Oh,
bullying him. We're trying to
ouch.
help him.
Well,
It's negative
tough
to be honest,
reinforcement.
love.
that's more than me. It's
tough
only
love.
once this year for myself. So you're basically a Chad to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't really enjoy the experiences. I kind of don't really like the
Did you
hookup
get something
culture
up your
too
arse?
much. No, I just kind of find it pretty empty. Like I want
Like
an
your
actual
arsehole.
relationship. Yeah, really. Funny.
Honestly, though, I don't think I mind if Shout grooms and rapes Alina because
Me neither.
a year
Great
a
one,
year
eh?
a year plus quite a long time ago. I remember Alina quite distinctly blowing me off of meeting from a R9K
That's
meetup
kind of
thread.
that's
So
kind of
Bro, that's just sus
petty.
though. That's just sus. Like I've met Alina. She was just like, "Oh, I'm in London this weekend. Do you want to chill?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right." I'm not going on R9K being like, "Oh, well, go on, babes. Do you want to meet up?
she went on
These
it.
rubby pubby."
Yeah, I mean, I
Did you
wouldn't.
make
I
any
wouldn't
moves when
fucking do
she
that
was
again.
there?
No, man. No.
Good, you're a good man. Well done, Moni.
Yeah. I said Moni. I'm not Moni.
I called you Oni, but it's my shite Northern Irish accent.
Oh,
Deal with it.
fair
Okay,
dues,
so
man, fair
Shout,
dues.
we
the raw.
we care
Look,
about you.
look, she says she doesn't even remember me. That's even
I-
worse.
fuck.
You,
Yeah,
you,
fuck.
you can just have her. Just take her, Shout.
I'm
Take
gonna,
that.
if anything, I'm gonna double down on my behaviour.
But we
Yeah,
care about
you
you and
should
we
do
want
that
what's
because she
best
doesn't
for
remember
you.
me.
Not really. I think
If
they're both retarded, so they're a perfect match for each other.
I did find it. Alina did post an old post of mine that got posted in thread a while back of my old comment of 17-year-olds are prime. So you know, I've kind of got form.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
That was
Yeah.
3 years ago there.
Disgusting.
4.
I get the feeling that we're not joking about you being a nonce anymore.
Oh no, he is. As are you, Moni. And my understanding is Andrew is as well. The shippy fellow.
Oh, this is the
Lots
nest,
of
isn't it? You know,
unironic
we're all.
To be honest, I'm
I
probably
think
a
you're just
nonce
salty
in the
because you got
sense that, like,
molested last year.
I did not get
to
molested.
be honest, I'm probably a
did,
nonce in
with
the
your
sense that if
little
I lived
wigs
like
and
100 years
outfits.
ago, I probably would marry a
I don't
teenager.
think that's concrete proof.
If
buddy.
you just stop repressing the memories, it's okay, Zuma.
Okay, that's a bit. And you're just being a bit mean now. Aren't you? It's a bit mean. Bit
Let's move on.
At least I'm not a paedophile. You know.
Okay,
I
so
know
we failed to
I know
help him.
you're just someone who got fucked by a paedophile.
We've okay. Now this is turning nasty. Let's just move on.
I'd rather
Okay, so let's
be
move
the
on to the topic of
victim
emo
than the
girls,
paedophile.
alright? Because I like talking about emo girls.
Emo girls
Okay.
are shit, but goth girls are great.
I'm
Okay,
just
Yeah,
nice
so-
to like
amen,
dress.
amen.
Okay, so just one sec, Zoomerfag, you're too young to remember the emo prime era of like 2005 to 2009. So I want to hear from him, the older fags here. You remember like when back in like 2005, 2009, There were some fucking awesome fucking emo girls.
9.
Being emo was a lot more popular back then among men and
Oh.
women.
God, I remember those fucking emo teen girls when I was that young. Fucking hell. I wish I could just
What
go back
year?
and be a
What year,
teenager
King
again.
Billy? Which
You
years?
fuck any of them?
No, I was a young kid then.
Oh
No,
man,
what year?
I was
What
like
year
fucking
was
12, 13 back then.
you gotta
No,
fucking
what-
bone them, straight shoulder,
bro? What years was the emo prime again?
2005, 2009. Yeah,
Okay.
you weren't around. You weren't.
Nah,
You were too young then.
That's not emo music, man. My Chemical Romance and Blink 182 and that.
Well, that's
not emo
scene, that's
music.
different.
Yeah, we know that's not
Blink
fucking
182
emo.
ain't
We
emo at all.
never
They were
talk
like
about
they
what
were
we mean emo.
Blink 182 are like punk pop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
we know that.
Blink 182
We-
still go fucking crazy.
Yeah, but they never talked about like, oh yeah, the girl's dead and all my pain and shit.
My girl doesn't wanna have
We're all
sex
like
with
quite
me.
upbeat, sort of da 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 da.
they still got
It
sad
definitely
songs,
weren't emo. Yeah, but having a sad song don't make you emo, Celine Dion or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Big
like saying
Ballad really
Pavarotti is
have,
emo
sad
because he's
songs,
complaining about bitches not wanting to have sex with him.
No,
All
but
I
I
was
thought you
a
knew your
teenager.
music, fam.
emo is a shit tier like sad music genre.
I mean, it's
To
not
be honest,
something
yes.
I
Yeah, but the
generally
bitches are great.
like. But
Like
I
goth
don't
music is
mind
also shit here, but the bitches
NCR.
are still great.
Yeah,
Nah,
to be honest, all I wanted when I was a teenager was a nice self-harming emo GF to listen to like Green Day and shit with.
Me too.
Same,
Me
dude.
too.
Dude,
No,
I
the
wanted like some fucking, like fucking, like cat ears, like anime emoji of.
Nah,
I
bro.
wanted
The
one of like
best- the
low-key
best
mental
music-
issues who like depended on me, otherwise she would try to kill herself. That's really hot.
Like when I was like 13, that's exactly what I wanted in a woman.
Now, what's the best genre of music to be sad then? For me, it's R&B.
Country.
I fucking love some R&B and a cry.
R&B's so bad, I hate it.
R&B is fantastic.
Country when you're
Music.
sad is like if you listen to like was it Kenny Rogers, my wife left me because I got my
Nah.
legs shot off in the Vietnam War. It's like so fucking depressing and melodramatic. It's like
The thing with country music, I don't like country music, but Jolene by Dolly Parton goes so fucking ham, fam.
yeah, but
It
there's
is
so many other
mad.
good songs from Dolly Parton. You should really like take a good deep dive into Dolly Parton if you
Maybe
really
I
like her.
will. Maybe I will.
I'll be happy to send you some recommendations.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Maybe some other country music that's similar to Dolly Parton. Maybe afterwards give it a try.
Yeah, nah, but R&B is just perfect music to be sad, like the slow shit, like the 80 BPM shit with the sad guitars. It's beautiful, beautiful.
Give us some examples.
There's one tune that I've been rinsing called John Redcorn by Sir. A lot of like Sade shit as well.
Oh, is that the one that goes like yo 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 in it blood yo 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 n-word n-word n-word? Is that it?
That's rap.
Amma, you're not funny. Like I don't know if anyone's ever told you, but you're really not funny. Like I don't know why
You're crossing a line. You're crossing a line. You're crossing a line.
You're not funny.
You're crossing a
Like,
line. You're crossing a line.
Fucking scrape out, man.
But you're
Scrape out. We're
dominant.
having a discussion here.
You're crossing a line.
Scrape out, bro.
Yeah, scrape out. You're just going.
You're fucking nigger.
Doy,
You're
doy,
nigger.
my God.
Nigger.
doy,
Nigger. Nigger.
doy.
Nigger. Nigger. Nigger.
It's
You want a
fun
fucking
to-
banana? I'll throw a banana at you. Fucking gorilla.
Man, you're so vexed. Oh my god. Why are you
Moni, you are
pressed,
so
guys?
fucking retarded.
Why are you so pressed? Why are you so pressed?
I am impressed, but how about you go civilize a country and build a house with more than one, with 2 stories? Oh wait, you lot can't do that, can you?
You know
Actually,
why?
be fair, I gotta say, like, black people are doing much better off than Pakistanis.
No, they're not.
That's true,
Pakistanis
that's
have done
true.
did more like millions of years ago than
Go
uh,
to yeah,
blacks
yeah.
have
That
done in
shit
modern
doesn't
times.
matter.
Not millions.
All right. Anyway, you're not funny, mate. Scrape out.
Well, yeah, but I've got a higher IQ due to my race.
No, you don't. You
Fucking
don't.
retard.
I'm the smartest person in here.
Yeah,
but,
about
yeah.
I'm the
I
smartest
mean,
person.
you're smarter than like half of the people here. I will give you that. But
Oh yeah, he's gonna walk out of here, probably gonna go stab someone. Is that smart?
No, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go play a video game with my boys. Then I'm gonna go smoke a joint and watch some Sopranos and have
Oh,
a
with
read.
drugs. Oh, Sopranos. Bet you don't even understand
Sounds
the
like a
words
real
I was
high
saying.
IQ evening.
Oh, you don't understand Sopranos. Shut up, fam. Shush. Why you talking back to me? I'm your superior out here.
Can you stop saying fam, by the way? Because the rest of your like accent just doesn't
I
mix
Zuma
with like
fag, Zuma
roadman
fag. Be
slang.
quiet. Be quiet. Pipe down, little man.
Like
Pipe
it
down.
feels
Nah,
really
pipe
forced
down.
when
Oh,
you
now we
say
got a
when
Zuma
you
fight,
say
yo, bro.
pipe
Nah,
down
pipe down. Pipe down, little
and
man.
fam and
Nah,
shit like
pipe
that.
down.
It just
Nah,
if the
sit
rest
down.
of your
Sit
voice
down.
like
Aye.
fit with it,
Oi,
it wouldn't
listen.
it
Aye.
wouldn't like sound as
Aye, bro,
jarring.
listen. Shush. Be quiet. I'm your superior. I run these streets. I run Britfeel Radio.
Okay then.
Yeah. Anyway.
We've got a real G-man here from the streets, so show him some respect, Zuma.
Yeah,
alright?
man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Zuma, you don't want him to come to your house and fuck your mom, do you?
Yeah, I will. I'll come to wherever you live, fucking Ipswich and that, and I'll rob your mom. I'll steal
Nah.
your mom.
Yeah, fascinating.
Yeah,
stuff.
like
Okay,
he won't beat
he's
you up. They'll
definitely
just fuck your
putting it
mom.
on.
They don't fuck you at
I
Moni's
don't know
mom.
why he would though.
How do I add
What's the
someone
next
on
question, Moni?
Discord? Oh wait, I found the ad friend.
Are humans being domesticated? What are some of these fucking
Yes, we
questions
are.
on
We
here?
That's
are
actually
100% being
a
domesticated.
topic made by one of our most intelligent listeners.
Did I
so-
make that?
No, of course you fucking
Did I
did.
make that? Because I don't remember making that one.
No, it's from Ozif.
Fuck's
Are
sake.
incels
Oh yeah, you're
becoming
right.
Oh,
important
I almost forgot. Yeah.
trait?
It's from so if any of you read the book, which I highly recommend, *Sapiens*, some would say
You
that
finished that book yet, Pearly?
not quite. Some would say
Long
that
read,
That's
isn't it?
5
Was it
pages.
about 30 pages or something? Like fucking.
Nah, it's at least like five. It's about 500.
And you've been halfway through for how many
10
months?
years.
So I just want to get onto the actual point.
Had the pandemic started when you started that book?
The pandemic started before I'd started the book.
Right. Okay.
This is great, man. This is great.
Also, I have to make the same
No, wait, it
joke that I
started
always
after I
make when we
started
talk
the
about
book.
this book because it's tradition. But we're going to be a different species by the time Pearly finishes that book. For God's sake.
Now, imagine reading any book except Mr. Nice. That's a banging book, man.
Oh, the Bible.
Yeah.
The Bible is also a banging book.
Yeah. Like
I
if
also
you
get a
Inside
Mr. Nice
voice on,
reference.
what's your favorite book of the Bible? Oh, and Schubert, because you're Jewish. What's your favorite book in the Bible?
Corinthians.
Why Corinthians?
Genesis. Cause
I just like Corinthians, innit?
That's interesting. Why Genesis?
start.
Good band as well. Good band. Genesis, the band.
was that
Oh,
Phil
right, okay.
Collins, right?
Yeah, man.
Well, which one do you like, Schubert? Presumably Psalms or something?
No, I'd have to say Deuteronomy because I find the description of the rules very fascinating because I like to think about.
Deuteronomy, but isn't it just the summation of all the rules of the previous four books?
I know exactly, but I find this interesting because you really think about why they made those rules at the time, and you really think about like the social and the not say economical, but social, religious, hygienic, political reasons why they made these rules. And I think it's a nice thought exercise.
Okay. Well, as someone who did go to Sunday school when they were young and was made to read the Bible from front to cover, being the Northern Irish Protestant lad that I am, I'd probably say the best book in the Old Testament is Ecclesiastes. It's actually one of the books in the Old Testament is actually very philosophically interesting. It's kind of almost like an emo book. It's like the pointlessness of life, the repetition of life. It's a very interesting book, Ecclesiastes. In the New Testament, I'd probably say the best book is John. Gospel of John, the fourth gospel. It's actually very beautiful. It's very interesting. It's very influenced by Greek philosophy.
Oh, hang on, I got something to say. Some geezer in the thread just said he'd beat the shit out of me, beat the snot out of me. Come, man, I'd like to see you try.
I'll back you up, bro. I'll be down there. I'll
Yes,
fucking.
my slime.
I've
Come
got
on.
you, bro. I've got you.
You've got some breaking news from The Guardian. Amy Cooper, the woman who made that
Who?
call in that park. Do you remember the video where the black man was like walking his dog or something?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
Yeah, and then she said, "Oh, a black man's attacking me, and you got to
I
go
do.
come and kill him." Yeah, she
Yeah.
apparently made a second call claiming a black person tried to assault her.
I thought you were gonna say she was dead.
Okay, right. Just wanted to update everyone on that situation. We do need to circle back to our original topic. So are humans being domesticated, perhaps by wheat? Because wheat tricked us into growing
Hey,
it,
Moni.
even though wheat doesn't do a whole lot for us.
Are you mad? Humans are being domesticated. Are you stupid, fam? By who?
The Jews.
Well, it could be by like some
By
people,
robots and
but it could
that.
also be by food
But what?
or cattle. Like cattle's tricking us into looking after
I'd
it.
say it's rather more like
What?
mass media, if
Are
anything.
you dumb, fam? What?
I know this is a bit too complicated for you since you went to one of those black schools.
You're saying
Oh my god,
cattle.
Moni, could you cut this shit out? You're being just like
Yeah.
fucking shouted on.
Yeah,
Nah,
no,
please.
it's different because because he's black and he's mean to me.
No,
I'm
it's
not
not. It's
black.
the same fucking shit.
not
You're being just
black.
as autistic as Salt shouted on.
I'm not just saying it for the sake of saying it. I'm saying it
Oh
because
no,
he's
I'm
mean
the
to
Yes,
me.
Jew.
you
I
are.
have to say that everything's fine.
It's just the
No,
point
that
is
was
it's
funny,
not
man, that was
constructive.
Okay, fine. It's not
Anyway,
constructive.
anyway,
It's fine.
Germans
Whenever I
always
try to
so
speak on one of
autistic.
these topics, Big Amer on road is just like,
See
"Ah,
that?
shut-"
And he's dead naming me.
Yeah, because you're being a bitch.
because you pee in bottles. You pee in other people's drinks. I can't respect that. I have no respect for you after hearing that.
I'll piss in
like-
your mouth.
Huh?
Money, you know, Money did a little bit worse than just pissing in someone's drink.
What else? What else?
Okay, let's. All right,
Recorded
fine,
women
fine.
shitting.
We'll move on to another topic then, since
Now,
you don't
what
seem to
else?
like
No,
that
no,
one.
no, no, no. I
He
want to hear.
recorded,
Money.
he recorded women having shits in bathrooms.
That is fucking grim.
Yeah, that woman was your
That is
mother.
grim. That is grim. Nah, mate, you need to proper have a look at yourself in the mirror, you know. You need to turn your computer off and go outside and breathe in the fresh air and that.
I thought you.
Because that's
Recall
fucking
Moni
grim.
referring to children as cunny.
Oh,
You are
Say,
nasty. You
paedophilic,
are disgusting.
all right. Should we have a
Gun
rundown
record.
of all the things everyone else here has done? So,
Oh yeah, it's nice that I have
Yeah, what
nothing
exactly
on
have I
here.
done?
I'm a
that's
good, I'm
that
a good
bad?
Christian lad. Leave me alone.
okay, I'll do all of you. So, shouting on. Convicted paedophile, King Billy, former member of the IRA involved in actual.
Fucking, you fucking
Oh,
take that
God,
back,
you
you
beat
fucking
it
shite
so
little
hard.
fucker.
That's like the opposite. That he's King Billy is more likely
I
to
know,
be
wait,
a Japanese
involved in.
Money. I'm not joking now. I shouldn't be telling this. I have members of my family who have shot IRA members.
Okay, fine. You've
Oh,
been a
your
member of the
uncle,
Orange
your
Order
uncle.
and
13
taken part
seconds to
in
leave the
I
several
building.
literally am.
marches.
Money. I literally am a member of the Orange Order. Or at least I am literally am.
I'm
Mess
Alright,
with
what have
England.
I done? What have I done?
only being invisible in the dark. Zurag.
Why do you still think I'm black? I've said so many times I'm not black. I've sent pictures of myself in here, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, great,
He's
swell.
brown.
And Zumafag, he is non-binary, and that's not
Oh,
valid.
interesting.
But at least he
was
doesn't
kinda
sleep
And
on women.
Shuba is
Do tell me,
Oh.
what have I done here?
Schubert's German. That's enough.
he's a German war crimes apologist.
What do you mean that fucking? What are you fucking talking
Oh,
about?
he's also Zionist as well. He's a German Zionist.
Yeah,
Really-
but he's
that's
not
really
ashamed of
bad.
that.
I'm not ashamed of any war crimes because I didn't commit any war crimes.
He's also a Mossad spy.
Oh,
Okay.
Big Willie Chad, yeah.
I mean, I wish I was.
Big
Like, if I
Big
got, if I
Willie
like,
Chad,
I really
come
wish I
to-
was. It'd be pretty
Nah,
cool.
this geezer is threatening me. Big Willie Chad, come peck him, man. Come peck him. See what happens. That's all I gotta say. Some geezer is saying, "Oh, I'll fucking bite his nose off" and that.
Okay, let's just move on to a topic that we can all discuss. So Boris Johnson, worst PM in a century?
No,
I thought Theresa May were worse.
Theresa May is way worse.
But
Yeah.
Theresa May only killed the people
And
in
David
Britfeel.
Cameron for going, I know, I'll host a referendum because, like, you know, I'll definitely
Yeah,
go
but
my
Boris
way and all
Johnson's
that
killed
shit.
all these people due to coronavirus.
Has he though? Like, he didn't start coronavirus. Like, the entire fucking Western world, actually, the entire world's affected by it. It's not just us.
Yeah, but his handling of it was bad because he said, "Oh, let's do herd immunity," and then bottled it.
I
Well, yeah,
we
but
are
he
Yeah,
stopped
but
that pretty soon.
I'll
the
read the
research-
script, man. These man are jokes.
People just went on what were, like, you know, the scientific data. At one point, they were saying, oh, don't wear masks because if you're touching your face all the time, you'll get it, and now you've got to wear a mask everywhere you go. Like, the information's done, like, 180 a billion times through this entire thing. Like, it is what it is. The entire thing's a shit show, I'll agree, but, like, I don't know if-
coronavirus.
yeah, like, the entire handling of it's being a shit show, I would agree to some degree, like, to some extent, but, like, even if, like, Labour are in charge, I don't really think it'd be better. I think it'd probably be pretty much the same.
But we don't know that, so he doesn't. But he has had the unfortunate responsibility of being in charge during this time, and
That's
the
true.
book has to fall with him. You can't say, "Oh, it would have been just as bad." Well,
Well, you can say that. Why can't you say that?
Okay, it would have been just
what
as
do you
bad,
think
but it
Labour
is
would have done
bad.
better?
It doesn't matter what Labour would have done better. We're just
So
comparing
how
how
is he a
things
bad?
are.
How would you say he's a bad prime minister then? What do you think he could have done better in in his term as a prime minister to increase his stock with you?
Well, he could have done more for benefits.
Minorities.
Yes.
Benefits.
Why
Oh
are we
yeah.
talking about now?
made
Why
it-
are we talking about this? Why did we stop talking about how Money called little children cunnies?
Oh, shut up. Boris Johnson
No,
also
no,
removed
no, 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 no,
Theresa.
no. Stop trying to change the subject because this is a serious discussion,
Yeah,
fam.
because I didn't hear about that. I'd like to know.
What else have you done?
Nothing. Theresa May was going to make it
what
easier for
else-
trans
Stalked a
people to change
girl.
their gender,
What-
but Boris Johnson's government shelved that
Oh
legislation.
yeah, the stalking. Yeah.
What else have you done, mate? What else have you done?
Stalking.
Stalking?
Mm-hmm.
Give me elaborate.
Yeah, I stalked this
The-
black bastard and shanked him in the back.
The girl that he filmed shit in, he had a vendetta against because she caught him
It's funny how there's only one black person
here.
here and he's very obnoxious. Isn't that strange?
He's
I'm
less
not
obnoxious than you right now, to be honest.
How many times do I have to say I'm not black?
That's because you're not from Britain. If you were from Britain, you would know how offensive what he's saying right now is.
What? What's
What?
offensive?
What is he saying that's offensive? I mean, genuinely curious.
The way he talks, and it's just
Why? I mean, I know
You're
a lot of
fucking
people
dumb.
who speak really poor German. They speak really, really dog shit German, but I'm not offended by it. I'm amused by it, if anything.
Yeah. Nah, mate, like you're saying, oh yeah, this guy's a lesser person than me because
and he's descended from immigrants.
Okay.
So are
Albert,
you,
so are
dumb
you.
Not a fourth generation. I'm fourth generation. My great
Who
grandfather.
cares?
So am I.
Well, as
Yeah, but
if
your dad don't even speak English, Pearly.
Yeah.
I'm fourth generation.
Yeah. So
You're like second generation at best.
bro, nah.
We're discussing a serious topic, so do we mind?
We are discussing a serious topic right now.
You're derailing the whole show. Thank
The-
you.
I think Moni is just. I think Moni is just trying to
derailing
pull
the whole
pull
show
Clive
'cause I'm
Palmer.
trying to show people that you're a fucking.
I think Moni is just trying to pull it off for Clive Palmer.
We've had my intervention, Pearly. It's your intervention.
Yes. This
Yeah,
is the new topic of the radio.
Like,
Paulie,
frankly, I despise simping, but simping is better than being a fucking kiddie diddler.
That's true.
I'm not a kiddie. What the fuck?
But
Okay.
you're on that path, innit?
Yeah.
Because how old are you now? You're what, like 28?
Hey, I'll
Well, to be
kick your
fair, let's look at the evidence we do have before making any accusations. So,
Pearly written word.
okay, why don't
Yeah,
you present
in
it
the
to me
archives.
and present it to the chat?
Why the hell has Hubert turned on me?
It's
Remember
been
when all of
judged.
these lot were
It's-
anti-Zionists?
Schubert's the judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think we even
I'm a
need
fair
the
individual.
evidence.
I'm a fair individual. Like, I'm willing to believe
He's
that
got,
Moni
German
such things,
emotionlessness.
but I
he'll
want to
judge
see I
fairly.
want to see the proof first. I want to see, as they would say, in
No,
faggot
this is
culture,
my
you've gotta
fucking
see it.
show. We're talking about Boris Johnson being the worst PM in history.
No, we're talking about you
It's
being a
your
potential
show,
pedophile.
but it's 5v1, mate. Like, what are you gonna do? Shut down the whole show because we're exposing you? We're not even. We're just.
I'm not even trying to
stating
expose
facts.
anything. I want to see. Frankly, I want to see the information that we have on the subject, and I would like somebody to send me the
All right, fine.
information. So I can
We're
look
why not? We've got a guest that wants to come on. He'd like to talk about the Xbox and PlayStation 5. So
You're
jump on.
pulling a Clive Palmer, Mommy. Stop pulling a Clive
No,
Palmer.
the guy wants to come on, and we're going to discuss it. He's been
You're being like
around
Clive
since our
Palmer, but
very
instead of a
first
fat
show.
son, you have a fucking pedophile accusation. So,
Fam, if you'd like to jump on, that would be great. Whenever you're ready, we are ready to discuss the topic of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox.
I'd like to know if we have any Australian viewers here. Then they know what I'm talking about when I say Clive Palmer.
It's morning where they are.
Oh my god, man, this is fucking funny.
So
Okay.
can somebody send me the information about Moni getting crazy with the kids?
Oh, thank you, Shout, thank you.
Click that link there.
Okay.
So I'm going to be doing a bit of a reading of this. My manager asked me to send a screenshot of the African guy's status on the system if he goes off queue again when he's not supposed to. He's previously spoken about him.
See, I use the term African instead of black.
At my request, he got so
Okay,
much.
now you can shut up. We're, so hi there,
investigation.
fam. I noticed that I'm aware that you're an Xbox player currently.
Hey, it's
Oh,
Polar's
wait,
Swedish boyfriend, Fam.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
it's the
Fam.
Swedish guy who
Shut the
hates her.
fuck
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Guys, so I think the general consensus is that PlayStation is the more pre-ordered, the console that's generating the more hype.
You know what's really generating hype?
What?
Your pedophile accusations.
He's
That's
got
generating
you
quite a
there.
bit more hype than the PS5. I mean, the PS5 is just like this. I mean, I will admit that the PS5 is more interesting than Xbox, and I have to pick one. I pick the PS5. But you know what I'd also like to pick?
My
Apart the
brains?
argument of you possibly being a pedophile.
That was
Okay, you know what? Who you're reminding me of right now? You're reminding me of that Jimmy from South Park and doing a stand-up act.
That is bang out of order. You saying he has cerebral palsy? That's bang out of order, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cerebral,
Moni.
cerebral palsy, cerebral palsy.
I mean, I can also talk like this if they would make you pedophile accusations.
What are you
Hey guys, when did Eben get here? Hey Eben,
Are you calling
fucking
him
back
Walter
from McDonald's.
Jr. in Breaking Bad because he's calling you a nonce? Because it's the truth. Because
Sounds
you
like
are a
Eben.
nonce. Dirty.
Oh, so that's what a nonce means. I always thought it just means being a douchebag or something.
No, I mean it means being a kidney fiddler.
Oh, oh God!
It could
Oh, I
also
feel
be
bad.
a slur against gay people.
What?
You might.
What?
Sometimes
Are
you
you
might just call them
stupid?
gay.
What?
Or I'm not going to stand for this. Okay, I'm not going to be insulted.
We're not.
Insulted
I'm
with
not
the
trying to.
truth.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm trying to
When
find
has
the
nonce
information.
been a
So
slur for gay people?
I
It's
don't take
always
it.
been a word for
I don't
pedophile.
take issue with what anyone has said to me,
Always from-
apart
it's
from the
always been
black
pedophile,
one,
isn't it?
because he's just
not
crossing the
black.
fucking line here. You don't
I'm
just go
not
out and
black.
call people stupid.
I'm not. Nah, 'cause
I think he called you something quite a bit
I don't
more
have any
hefty than
respect for you
stupid.
'cause you're a dirty human being. Like, you can't be doing that shit and expect people not to.
Right,
call
right,
you out.
fine.
Frankly, can we just give Money the doubt? I still have not seen evidence of this crime against God. So if somebody would
No,
please
shut the.
give me a concrete
We're not
URL.
discussing that anymore. We're discussing the topic of PlayStation and Xbox.
Are you a child?
Okay, I'm just muting you now, okay? Because we don't need to hear anything further from you.
Chuba, if you would just check the chat right this second, it's in there.
Okay, I'm looking, can't find it.
The picture.
Oh, you mean this one?
Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? Fine, forget it. Okay, looks like we had a great discussion tonight. We
Money.
peaked at the highest
No,
number.
we haven't even reached 2 hours yet. We're cutting it too
We've
short.
got our highest number of views all night as well, which is really something.
Exactly, we should keep going. It's obviously a really
Well, none of you want to
popular
discuss any of the
subject that every-
topics.
Oh,
Money.
this is a
we
topic
do.
that's
It's
getting the
quite
most
an interesting
views.
Money. What was meant by this post where he had said Amir in nappies? Can you explain that to me?
Wait. This one is not the. This is not the pedo one.
Okay,
this is the
that's
one
it. You know
where
what?
she
Forget
was
it. I'm just
looking
going to mute
for, like-
all of you, and I'm just going to talk to my Swedish friend about PlayStation and Xbox.
Fam, do one thing in your life that does not involve black dicks and help us out. Please.
So, fam, could you just give us your views on the Xbox and PlayStation 5 situation? So, the Xbox is the more powerful console, and if someone is only intending to play multi-platform games, that would definitely provide with the best experience.
I want to know more about this pedophile stuff, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to look
It's
for
all
it. I can't-
fake. It's all fake.
can't-
I've never been to jail. I've never been charged with anything relating to that.
Yeah. So fucking bunch of like Catholic priests have never been charged, but they sure did stuff.
Okay, all right, so we're just gonna call it a night then, I guess.
I
No,
want
don't
somebody to
call it
actually
a night.
send me
I'm on
the
phone.
information about this heinous crime because I still can't find it. I just found the one where he's like peeping on a girl in the shower.
Yeah, cool.
Like, that's still fucking degenerate, but it's not like kids.
Right. Anyway, yeah, good
Come on,
chat.
let's hit another topic then.
All right, cool then.
Okay, so
Amazon Prime Days. Anyone had any great deals today?
wait, today's
hot
Prime
UK
Day?
deals. Oh wait, yeah, Prime. Actually,
Today's
let's do Prime Day first.
Today's Prime Day.
I'm
Let's
buying
do
a
this.
phone.
Oh, fuck, I gotta
I
get
need to
this
buy my
today,
phone
but-
before midnight. I get £25, 25% off the
Are you
phone I'm
sh-
after.
You checked what the
so-
real price is, though. Are you sure it was?
Yes,
marked up?
I have actually.
Which
I
phone
have
is it?
checked. It is a Yao. I don't know how to pronounce.
Don't be
it 'cause it's
buying a
Chinese.
Chinese
The
phone.
XM. It's not Huawei that's banned from Google services.
Is it a
It's still
Chinese
allowed.
phone?
It's a Chinese phone that's allowed on Google services.
How
It's
do-
sold on Amazon. That's a UK edition one. It's 5G and pretty legit.
Is it a
What do you mean,
Xiaomi?
Motorola 5G?
Xiaomi Mi
Oh,
Note 10
I recommend
Lite
against that.
5G.
I have one right now. The battery was great at first, but they've clearly updated the software to make the battery drain more quickly. A lot other people have reported the same issue, so they're just like Apple and Samsung in that regard.
You've got the 10 Note Lite
I don't know. I've got Poco phone.
5G. You've got Poco.
Yeah,
What
F1.
one exactly? Because
F1.
F1. It's quite old now, though, that, and they've dropped support for that because I think they only run updates from for 2 to 3 years, maybe. From what I've been reading into, because I was looking into a Poco X3.
Well, still, just it's a pattern of behavior, and I've had that issue for about a year now. So
Yeah, but I think that's because it's like an old phone. They've dropped support for it. I think I'm not doubting that
the
they have
batteries
done
should
that,
become
but
worse,
like
though. The
it
batteries.
should over time. Batteries do degrade.
Yeah, that is true, but I'm sure not at the rate that Moni is mentioning.
Yeah, it used to last like 3 days, and now it lasts like 2.
That's good for a phone. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it's never at 100%. It takes too long to charge all the way to 100. But
Well,
I only charge it like once every
regardless,
3
I'm
days.
gonna get one
It's
anyway.
only at like 50%.
You can't only charge your phone once every 3 days and then complain about the fucking battery. Moni, what the fuck?
Well, yeah. Well,
And
it used to be
the
better
one
than
I'm
that.
looking at's got a 5,000 ohm capacity or whatever.
I think this one's the same.
No,
battery.
ohm is resistance. It's got to be something else.
It's something. I know. I forgot what it were advertised as. It were micro something. I don't fucking know.
Don't forget to create a new Prime Amazon account so you can get a free Prime trial and then use that Prime trial to get Prime discounts.
I just have Prime already because I'm not a tramp. I just pay for it.
Yeah, but they'll give you more discounts like, oh, watch Amazon video for the first time, get a £5 credit, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I've already
used-
got my subscription now and I can't be asked to change it over.
I used £10 worth of credit to get 10 quid off a rice cooker. Got it for 13 quid.
Yeah.
Where's this weird grooming server Alina has invited me to?
I don't
I
know.
don't
It's
fucking
not
know,
great.
man. I wish Alina was.
I'm not a big fan of it.
Fucking hate kids.
Well, it seems like your type of scene because you seem to fit the profile of those young trans people on R9K.
Who?
You know, these young trans people on
What,
R9K.
me?
Yeah.
I'm not trans though.
Yeah, but you
I like
Fit-
my body. I'm quite happy with it, to be honest.
seem to fit the profile of the people going down that.
And you know,
What are you just
I
a
got
femboy?
a compliment on my hair the other day.
Wait,
from
femboy.
from a
Now
female.
my ears are perked.
Oh, yeah, he posts pictures of himself supposedly.
Would you? Well, you want to?
Wait, is he over 18?
Yeah.
Okay, then definitely yes. Slide into my
Dot.
DMs, honey.
How cool I look. Let me find a good
Echo
picture.
Dots are 19 quid if anyone's interested, and Echo Shore is £40. Those are decent prices.
Wait, Echo, isn't that fucking Amazon Prime Chinese spyware thing?
Well, it's good to play
Oh,
rain
cool.
sounds.
Lego's got a massive discount. It's a shame that I don't have any more space due to my student dorms.
Never buy clothes from Amazon.
These people in the chat, in the thread, I mean, need to fucking chill with the bullying me for my pronunciation. Yeah, Monet, Dido, shut the fuck up. I think I pronounce in a very quirky, fun way. You know.
Hey, Anya, are you still here?
No, he's decided to leave.
Apparently, someone said he's a violent.
Damn, Zuma Fag, I told, like, frankly, if I had no dignity, I'd simp for you, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. But definitely nice. I would definitely take you out for a steak dinner.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Please do.
Hey, Amir, where did the nappy posting come from?
There's someone on my blog.
That's Moni doing
Hey,
it.
where on your blog? Oh.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom.
Oh no fucking way!
I think you got a nappy on.
Oh, I bet you a lot are like, are you? Oh, just forget it.
What?
Ah, man, dude, I gotta go full weeb. I just found out my all-time favorite fucking manga is finally got an English language release.
What?
Gotta pick that shit up. It's Prime Day, man. Oh, dude, they got the fucking Pokemon. Oh, man, it's like fucking 1970s shoujo heaven, dude. $129. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up 3 hardcover volumes in anime and by the way, King Billy, thank you so much for reminding me. I need to get a new full copy of the Old Testament of the Tanakh, because so far I only have the first 5 books of Moses.
The Torah, the Chumash.
Yeah, the Chumash. Yeah. So I really so I'm putting a Tanakh on my Amazon. So I know you had no intention to remind me, but I do appreciate it nevertheless.
Oh, well, I'm back now. So anyone find any good Amazon Prime deals? No.
Yeah, definitely me here. I found exactly what I wanted.
Oh, was it a new
Well,
Lego?
No, actually not. Just I'll show you after I type in my fucking.
I got my mum a Fire Stick for Christmas for like £10 or £20 off. I forget.
Just keep him.
We're
Just
all right.
make sure that it's near the wireless, not too far away from the wireless router.
Why? Has it got quite short range?
I've got a Now TV stick, and that one did have quite a short range.
They're in the same room, I think, so it should be
Yeah,
fine.
that'd be fine then. Okay. So, so hot UK deals roundup for those interested. Oh, you can get an Amazon Fire TV Cube for like 70 quid. So if you want to go one up from the stick.
I don't. Shouldn't deserve it.
Okay, so let's see, what do we have?
Xbox discussion.
Oh, sorry, yes, go on. Let's hear your
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want to say I think the PlayStation is a FIFA machine.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much what I think about it. Xbox with Game Pass is yeah, it's decent. PC is better, of course, but I'm an Xbox guy in this.
Yeah, I completely agree. The Xbox with the Game Pass is a great deal. And Xbox, in general, is a better console. So if you're playing the same game on the Xbox and the PlayStation 5, the Xbox is the better decision. The only time when it becomes a bit tricky is if you're playing a game that isn't available on both consoles. At the moment, we know the PlayStation will have some exclusives. We don't, there's less certainty with the Xbox. They bought up a ton of studios. We don't know what that's going to amount to, though.
But isn't like the PlayStation like 90% people who used to play FIFA?
Yeah,
No.
sure.
PlayStation is 95% for people who like anime games and stuff.
But
Yeah, FIFA is not really a PlayStation. That's more of an Xbox
no
thing.
one really plays anime games though, except like
Yeah, but
disturbed people.
that's the main reason. The main reason behind PlayStation 5 is, or the PlayStation in general, is due to the copious amounts of exclusives, and the only real exclusive that Xbox has is like Halo.
Yeah, so
but
you're
they
buying
bought.
it for like anime
Yeah,
exclusives.
but Xbox has bought Bethesda.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, that might change some
For
things.
seven
Well, not just
billion.
Bethesda. They bought the entire ZeniMax
Yeah,
thingy, so
ZeniMax.
it's all the anything by ZeniMax, pretty much studios.
They
Doom
even
Could
games and
potentially
stuff.
be a Xbox and PC exclusive.
they even got Obsidian, which made the Outer Worlds, which was supposed to rival Bethesda.
Outer Worlds sucks though. New Vegas was good, but Outer Worlds.
I haven't tried Outer
bad.
Worlds. Is it not good at all?
The first world is okay, but that's like 2 hours, and then
Have you tried
the game is pretty
Fallout 4? Which is better?
like they fucked up Fallout 4. Like
Yeah, I agree, but
the last good New Vegas game, Fallout game was
I
New
think
Vegas. And
my
that was
favorite was
the
New Vegas, but which is probably the. I didn't enjoy Fallout 4, but if it's worse than Fallout 4, I'm not going to bother with it. But if it's better, I'll probably give it a bash.
It's an old game, so the
with
mechanics
the way
don't
that they
really
went with
fuck.
76, it's highly doubtful that any new Fallout games are going to be good.
True.
But I would agree that New Vegas was the best Fallout game. But I would disagree about Fallout 4 being shit because, okay, well, that's kind of a bad excuse because the reason I like it so much is because it has many more mods. But that's
Yeah,
not
but
really a good real reason
no,
for it. So
the company doesn't make the mods, so
yeah,
I
fair
didn't
enough.
like how tight the dialogue choices were. I didn't like how on the rails everything were. Like, you could go back and replay something like a couple of different times, and all the different dialogue options, and it always came around to the same thing. It were always the same sentence, but
in Fallout
like,
4.
yeah,
Yeah.
like in Fallout 3, like, you didn't have that protagonist voice and everything over, so you just had like lines that could actually change.
Yeah,
So they
same
could
in
just
New
write
Vegas.
lines and lines and lines. Getting a guy to say lines and lines and lines, it's going to cost a lot more. It cut down on some of the creativity, I thought.
Yeah, totally. They kind of streamlined the whole game.
Massively.
I actually
And
would
it seems
not
like
recommend.
And they took all the skill tree down, didn't they, and just put it into like some sort, not even the skill tree, it were like what were the Fallout 4 skill systems? So it
I
was
think
some
that like
sort of,
you had this special concept, but it just went like every single thing had just like a singular skill
it was entirely
line.
perk based or something, wasn't it? You had like
It
a
wasn't really a
strength
skill tree; it's
perk,
more like
and
a
then
skill,
like it was just
like a
like a
skill
skill
line.
map.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
like
skill line. Yeah,
you had to get like 3 strength ones and 3 physical ones to
precisely.
get
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
further down. But I didn't like that system at all. I preferred like the one out of 3 or New Vegas.
I didn't really care for 3 that much, to be honest. I
I
mean, it
don't know
wasn't
if it's
bad,
just
but it wasn't good either. So
3 was like one of my first RPGs, so I kind of loved it, but
okay,
New
well,
Vegas is
yeah.
better.
it felt like the decisions were a bit big. Well, not big, a bit mattered a little more on 3. Like, you know, like when you roll straight in and you can like blow up Megaton or whatever, or like blow
But
Yeah,
up
that's
that's also
tower
the same
down or
thing with
whatever.
New Vegas. The decisions actually matter. So
Yeah, pretty much
I don't know
everything.
if it's I don't know if it's just sort of like my rose tinted spectacles, but I really
no. I mean,
I've got
I
really
played
fond memories of
I played New
3.
Vegas
I know I
after
play
I
New
played.
Vegas every couple of years because it's like something I really like playing.
I mean, I played New Vegas after I played 4, to be honest. And I gotta say, New Vegas is a better game as a standalone game with no mods, no nothing. New Vegas is
100%.
miles by miles a much better game.
You played 4 before New Vegas?
Yeah, because I only got into I'm a Zoomer, so I only got into Fallout
Oh my god.
when 4 came out, and then I keep telling my school librarian back when I was in high school told me, "Hey man, this game sucks. Play New Vegas." I was like, "Okay," and so I played
The
New Vegas.
shooting kind of sucks in New Vegas, though.
I had fun with it. Frankly, I prefer most of the time I prefer to play a game for the story.
Okay. But
So
yeah, like the FPS elements is much better in 4, but everything else is just lacking compared to the earlier games. So
Mhm.
it's more like a COD FPS shooter. It's better in that way, but the RPG elements and everything else just lacks.
What about Red Dead Redemption 2? That's a good game.
Never played it.
Kind of boring.
It's the best. The acting and oh, maybe because in the different languages they don't do that good voice acting. It's cinema quality.
Different, isn't it English everywhere?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
why I didn't? I
assumed
would.
they put
I
in the
refuse to
effort.
play. I don't play American games in German. I mean, I only play German games in German. So
Yeah. Like, it's pretty boring. I played through it and the story was okay, but after that it's go look for dinosaur bones or something. It's kind of
Yeah.
boring.
that's pretty cool. Like, I mean, maybe it's shit implementation, but it's a cool idea.
I like riding around my horse.
I like the blowing people's head off with the shotgun. That was pretty nice. Like every limb can detach and stuff.
Do Swedish people have some kind of deep built up anger and that sort of just explodes like
Yeah,
that?
preparing for the race war, you know.
Oh, that's surprising to learn.
No, but you gotta appreciate like limbs flying off and stuff.
No, it's
I like
gross.
it.
No, it's giving is fun.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
yeah, games are pretty fucked nowadays. I'm gonna try Hades now I heard it's good.
Yeah, Jim
Hatred? You mean
Sterling
hatred?
said it's no. Jim Sterling said Hades is his game of the year. It's a PC game called Hades.
Oh, I think you meant hatred, the one with the amok running.
Nope. Hades.
Let me Google that one. Because I'm not that much of a gamer these days. I just fucking play. Oh yeah, that one. I heard about that one. I never really liked Diablo clones though. So
Huh.
I used to play Path of Exile back when I had nothing other else to play. But I mean,
Just need to ask Zoomer Packy a question, just because it's come up in the thread and I want to direct it towards him. Apparently, the way he pronounces my name is how the Polish pronounce it. So
I just think money sounds really shit, so Moni sounds better.
yeah, I think Shout pronounces it like that. I think everyone pronounces it Moni.
It's a money.
The same Moni.
No one says money like money.
I mean,
like,
it's not even like it's not like
money,
a real
get
word or
away.
anything anyway. To be fair.
Okay, well, they're just saying that you have said it the way they hear
Also,
it. So.
when are you ending the radio, Moni?
at 12 usually it ends at 12.
How am I meant to say the Cunny Rogers thing if
Well, then I guess you're just gonna have to go to sleep early, aren't you?
I'm quite
Yeah,
tired?
actually, yeah, we could
You-
do it
really,
with
you've really
wrapping
been,
up my objective simping wants to play Among Us.
What? You're gonna go play Among Us right now?
Not going to necessarily, but we could do wrapping it up.
Okay, fine.
It's very boring. It's very. This makes me tired.
Yeah, because of all the
Yeah.
nastiness that went on earlier.
What do you mean?
I'd say we're all
It's how boring it is currently. There's not enough nastiness now.
because it kind of upset everyone and killed the atmosphere. It's like a party where someone
It
like
didn't
says
upset
something
me.
massively
It
offensive.
probably upset you, Moni, but not me.
Moni, don't you think your sexuality is kind of cliche?
Well, everyone's sexuality is cliche. No one's unique in their sexuality.
But like, you got molested as a child, so now you're gay. It's like that's 100% of every gay person.
How many gay people do you actually know?
I know one gay person.
Yeah,
Weird that you know more trans people than gay people.
but you
What?
gotta agree with me that it's kind of cliche. Like, I was molested as a child by a man, so now I have to be gay.
No, it hasn't affected anything like that. That's got
So
nothing to do with anything.
you were gay before that.
I'm not gay, I'm trans, and I felt that way even
Yeah, but
before
you're
I became was.
attracted to men.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gay.
Oh,
Moni is a homosexual transsexual.
no, I'm a
It's just
straight
here.
transsexual.
Oh, yeah, this is
Homosexual
what I wanted to
trans-
get to
it's
earlier,
just
but
here.
no. When you were a cisgendered male, right? Yeah, that's not homophobic, correct, and all that shit, right? You were straight, is that correct? You were attracted to women?
I would say no, I wasn't. I was not very sexually active at that point.
Well, you.
Well, I'm not sexually
All
active,
the
but
objects
I
of
know who
your
I'm attracted to.
desire seemed to be female based back in the day.
So we're not going to discuss Boris Johnson then, are we? We'll just cross that off.
Well, yeah, obviously you were into women if you're gonna like film one taking a poo.
No,
What do you mean? Why else would you video that?
I didn't.
What do you mean you didn't?
So, Star Trek. Has anyone seen Star Trek? I've started watching.
Which one?
The Next Generation.
Seen them all. Next Gen's great.
Oh, how have you watched all the Star Treks? You don't seem like a nerdy type.
I'm a Chad. I've watched everything. Watching TV shows and movies is like my entire thing. Next Generation's great. First couple of seasons aren't too good, but it picks up around like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Was Next
Deep
Generation
Space
the one with
Nine's really
Picard
good.
in it?
Yeah, Picard and the
Yeah.
Borg.
Deep Space Nine's really good. The old 60s one's very, very camp, but if you're really, really into Star Trek, you can get into it. If you you go into it knowing it's really camp.
What makes Deep Space
was
Nine
the-
good?
I think the ensemble's really good. The characters are just sort of fun. They all work well with each other. not really a spoiler or anything. Worf's in it too, so it's nice having Worf
Oh,
around.
that's good. I like him. I think he's my favorite in the Next Generation.
I definitely like Worf. What season are you on?
Started mid-season 3.
Hmm.
He's had some. I liked his character-centric episode in season 1 where he does like that screaming thing when a Klingon dies.
Yeah, I'd say he improves as a character as well. He's definitely, and when he jumps over to like Deep Space Nine, it's nice to have that little tie over. It feels it's like it's still in the same universe. Well, it is. Everything's always connected. You get your nice little cameo crossovers. It's just a comfy show.
Can you tell us more about Voyager?
Voyager.
That's the one with the female captain.
Voyager's not as bad as people make it out. I think Garroway is not a bad captain generally. I think it drags on too much, but it's just not as good. It's pretty much just next gen 2 because it's just on the ship again. There's no difference. Just a female captain.
What about the characters though? The ensemble, are they as good as like LaForge, Worf, Troy?
There's some like really cringy ones. There's like this really slapstick comedy sort of comedic relief character that's just really cringy. I don't like called Neelix. There's just I don't think the ensemble is very good at all on that.
How about Enterprise? Have you seen Enterprise? That's
I have
the
seen Enterprise. I think Enterprise is actually really good. I think it's a little bit disliked, but I think it is pretty good. It's probably the most different Star Trek show because it's not like episode. It's not like Monster of the Week or anything, or like not not ship in a bottle. Because like like every episode in Star Trek, it never seems to like add on to the one before. It's just like something that happened, self-contained. Where Enterprise is like one continuous story throughout the seasons.
yeah. Well, I can see why
Yeah,
it's
it's good.
considered the crap one since it's too different. Okay.
Guys,
I think for Star Trek fans it were a bit of a shock. Yeah.
guys, I know nothing about Star Trek, and I have work in 5 hours, so I'm gonna head out.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us. It was very appreciated. I'm sorry that we couldn't get to you
Do it on
before.
the week. Yeah, do it on the weekends instead.
Yeah. Okay. We'll
Doesn't
do
really
in a
work.
couple of weeks time. We will be doing it on the
Yeah,
weekend.
cool. Yeah,
Bye.
have a good one.
Love you
You
lots.
too.
Okay.
You
Now
are
can you...
so fucking thirsty, like damn.
I'm not thirsty because it's not
Yeah.
thirsty when you're getting it.
You're thirsty on fucking
snap.
Swedish guy.
Now can you also tell us about the most recent one, Discovery?
This is where
I'm actually gonna
stopped
fall asleep
watching.
from this.
I haven't
This is
seen
awful.
Discovery or
Picard.
Picard. I haven't seen either of those two or the animated one. I think that came out. Is it Below Deck or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen those either.
Moni, would
Yeah.
you describe yourself as nappy sexual?
No, I wouldn't. And that whole thing was just some guy in the comments, like doing on my vlog, doing some kind
I'm
of
curious about
joke.
this meme because I haven't checked Britfeel in quite a while.
It's an old one that someone's just busted out.
I don't know. I like this nappy meme to be honest. In the few of the posts I've seen referencing it,
Wait, is moaning into like diapers and shit?
No, I'm not.
probably yeah. Honestly, fucking, I'm not sure what's worse, nappies or like fucking chastity cages. So
Fucking word. Let's just move on, shall we?
Like femboys and chastity cages, that's cute, but anybody else is bad.
Right, okay.
okay.
Serious topic now. Are incels becoming emboldened to rape?
I'm not sure about that, man.
Well,
Oh, wow.
I'm not an
literally-
incel. Maybe you can help us with that, Moni.
Guilty of sexual harassment.
Who is?
Moni.
Oh, Pearly. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Back on me again.
No. Moni, you can tell us, are you compelled to rape?
no, but I feel like I've been threatened more with the possibility of rape from
No,
then
Moni,
that's
you
because-
are not the victim. you
Like
are
from
the
who?
predator.
From who do you think is going to try to get your goodies?
because of COVID. The streets are more empty, and people are more thirsty.
No one's going to rape you, Moni. Trust me.
Trust you? Yeah, that's what a
Trust me,
rapist
no
would
one
say.
is going to. No one is going to rape you, Moni. If I were a rapist and I was looking around for someone to rape, you
I-
would be the
I-
last person.
I, Mona, would rape you just to upset you.
Thank you.
Actually, it sounds like you want. No, actually, I wouldn't rape you just to upset you. Then fuck that.
I mean, I'd
Who
have sex
wants
with
to
one,
be
but
raped?
I'd be insistent on it being consensual. It's like, yeah.
Money don't play those games.
What sort of stuff did you learn from your lecture? Because I'm sure
Me?
the topic of rape was, yeah, I'm sure that topic of rape was brought up.
Of course not.
What, they didn't bring up rape? I thought it was about gender and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And they didn't discuss rape. So now you're just going
No,
to go
no,
out into the world and rape.
no. They just talked about like fucking, basically like 2015 Tumblr shit. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like
Okay.
the funniest fucking thing that I got there is they acted like fucking, you know, they had like this big chart of like, it's like white versus ethnic minority, and the funniest fucking thing, and they had like able-bodied versus crippled or whatever, like educated versus uneducated, and the funniest thing is they had like fucking Jew versus Gentile, and I'm just like, how the fuck is that a difference, man? I
Did you
mean,
think of me?
what? No.
I think, yeah, it's inappropriate for Jewish people to use those terms.
What do you mean? Like, I know "goy" is a bad term, but I'd never actually use it seriously with a
Yeah,
person. But
and it's offensive for you to call us Gentiles.
no, Gentile is the polite version of saying a non-Jew. It's
Yeah,
just,
it's still
it's
offensive
just
even if it's polite for you. Like we've got
no.
Pakistan.
That's because you're taking it too hard. Gentile is literally just Yiddish for a person that happens to be non-Jewish.
Talks about us being cattle, though,
Negro
right?
is just means black. Well, it's
No,
considered the
yeah,
polite
no, that's
version of
different.
black.
No, the thing is, goy is like the N-word, and Gentile is like
Why
African American.
is guys always on about being slaves and stuff that the guy is beneath you?
Yeah,
and
the
all this
goy
sort
is
of thing?
the N word for like non-Jewish people, and
Yeah,
Gentile
so why
is
is it
why
in
do you
your
like
your
Jews so much, Ronnie? I
holy
don't
book
get
then?
it.
Because he's Jew.
and Gentile is
He's
like
Jewish.
the African American term.
Yeah.
That's how you see it, but from an outside perspective, we don't want that term used to describe us. Just like
And
you
it's
wouldn't want
Okay.
us
like
to use certain
even
terms.
if you don't find it offensive, isn't it the group that's been called this
Okay,
name
fair
that
enough.
should decide that? Like,
I have no problem not calling you Gentiles if you want.
well, you
I'm
need
sure
to
you
bring
could
this up.
think of
You
an
need to
example that you
bring it
don't
up
like
at the
people using.
synagogue.
I think we should call
Not really.
ourselves non-kayaks.
Yeah, sure, go for it. I don't care.
I think we should call
No, I mean
ourselves
I'm
God's
just trying
chosen
to
people to
ask
electric
Schubert to
boogaloo.
see it our way. Schubert, can you think of something that you don't like a word that you don't like us using to describe you?
Not really. I've been around the block, unfortunately, so my then I'm pretty much numb to this kind of stuff.
Oh, well, some Jewish people wouldn't like being called a Jew,
Okay.
because like a Jewish person is like preferred.
No, well, that's kind of stupid.
Because
I
Jew can sound kind of like a slur, because it's like
Yeah,
shorthand.
Weren't like
depends on.
weren't Paki kind of like acceptable back in the day? Weren't it
No,
like
it
in
fucking was. It was only
the
acceptable when we didn't have a voice, because you were like the super majority.
Pakis are doing a great game here, and the Pakis throwing the ball, and now the Pakis are 17.
Yeah, Pakis are World Cup
cricket.
champions of cricket
Yeah,
in
I'm not denying they're not,
1990.
but for a
Yeah,
country
1990,
of
and then
your
India's been
size,
kicking
you're
your
pretty
ass
useless
since
at
then.
sport.
England are the current world champions.
I mean,
It's
you
just
ever
like,
feel
damn, I thought it was
the
India.
decent football team?
We don't do football because it's
Because you can't go grass there.
Because
It's
it's
a barren
haram. Yeah, football's
wasteland.
haram.
It's actually India who wouldn't play football because the
How many
ball is
gold
made out of
medals do you
leather.
win a year usually?
I'm sorry, how many gold medals have you personally won?
I got a gold medal in, well, not gold, but I got a medal in the Ukraine that I bought off an old guy. Best worker medal. I felt I deserved it.
Yeah, that definitely. Yeah, that's just like the time I bought the fucking Iron Cross off this fucking yard sale. So now I'm definitely a World War One veteran who survived the Somme.
Yeah, like we were rocking into the Chernobyl thingy zone, like the exclusion zone. And he just had this little table with all these like trinkets and stuff from the Soviet era. You know, like obviously to get the tourists and stuff that were coming in. So I had a saunter over and I'm like, oh, what's this? What's this? Is it like, what's this one? He said, best worker, 1980. It's 1978.
Actually, yeah,
I'm
okay, to
like,
be honest, I
oh,
would
yeah,
have
I'm
bought
having
one
that.
of those too, because that would have been really fucking hilarious to just like have that around your house.
Yeah, I occasionally would just wear it around and stuff, and yeah, it's fun.
Just to mess with the tankies.
Just I don't know, just for shits and giggles, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a question in chat. I'm just reading it over. Don't mind me. It's like,
I think people should bring medals in more. I think people should
Yeah,
start
medals are
wearing
cool.
medals. Like
Like
if I just saw a
certificate.
guy with a bunch of medals on, I'm like, what did you?
Yeah, certificates are shit. Medals are cool.
Yeah, like it's pretty much a Soviet Employee of the Month badge, but you're like made of
Yeah.
like
Like
I don't know
brass.
what it is. It's like it's painted brass or something
Like
like
who
that.
gives a
Yeah,
shit if it's even like
but
aluminum?
it's so much better than a
Yeah,
certificate or a little
yeah, because
picture
you know
above thing.
you can carry this like medal on your chest, like I was the worker that made the motherland proud, and the other one's like, yeah, I'm employee of the month.
You know, some guy legit probably wore this for like months. Oh man, I'm the best worker. I'm the best
Yeah, it's
worker of the
like
year.
shut up, Sergey. You just happened to shovel more coal than us.
Then the union fell and they're like, I'm getting rid of this fucking shit.
Yeah. You know the funny thing is, they had like in the DDR, I don't know what's the English term for that, the German East Side. They had like this medal for like the greatest worker in the year, and they'd always give it out every year. And I just saw, actually, the funny thing is, the other day, when going through an antique store looking for World War One memorabilia, I actually found one of those. And they were selling it for like $90.
I got mine for like 5.
Okay, but that was like just
But yours are probably like more a thing. Mine's like I think mine's like an employee of the month rather than
yeah. Mine
worker of
was
the
like the
year.
employee of the year of all the things. Like it's like the greatest guy worker of the year. So like it's like I need to find it the name of that but
But yeah, like every time I go to a country now, I want to pick up like a little medal or something, just like a little antique medal or something. Seems like a nice little trinket to bring back. Seems more interesting than like fucking spoons or whatever that boomers bring back.
aren't they
yeah.
expensive?
I mean, I got this for like €5. It didn't have to be like a purple heart or something. They give like they used to give medals out for out back in there.
Hmm. Yeah. I suppose might be good to get a few and say that. Oh, my grandfather's medals, they were all stolen when he died.
Yeah, it were Russian, fucking Kenyan, Spanish, English,
There's a picture. I've got a picture of him
Brazilian
with loads of
nationalist
medals
flag.
on, and apparently they all stole it from his grave when he died or something.
Sounds grim.
Yeah. I think my great grandfather actually.
I reckon just collect a bunch of medals and stick them up on my wall, and like when women come in, they're like, "Oh, what's that?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, check this out. It's really interesting." And I'll like guide them over, and it'll be great.
So Britain in 20 years, how will it look? And the pros and cons of unification with Pakistan. Well, in my opinion, I think Britain will look like a better place in 20 years because there'll be less racism. Um,
No, there'll
however,
be more racism, Mooney, because you're gonna push the white man too far, and he will
yeah, but you
retaliate.
won't be big enough to push back anymore because there'll be too many of us.
We're gonna ally with the black people.
Oh, the black people who you're persecuting in London right now, and
We're
they're
not
only in
persecuting
London, they're
them.
not in the rest of the
Well, the
country.
black people don't like the Pakistani people very much anyway.
Yeah, but again, they're only in
It seems
London.
a fairly common thing for one minority group to hate the other minority group.
Sorry
Like
to interrupt, but
Hispanics and
I just
black
posted
people
the
in
the,
America.
the medal that I saw. It's like a yearly thing.
Their
What, did you get
radio
a
is
certificate
very,
with it?
very
Yeah, you get a
boring the
certificate with
way
it. That's
that
just an
that's
example
through.
certificate, though. It's just like to prove the authenticity.
Also, Moni, I did notice that when I stopped coming on the radio, and then I come back, and I'm like, oh shit, the viewers dropped. And
Most of our
I
viewers
think I
listen.
think that might be
This is not related to you.
related to me.
It's
I
just
think
that
it's related to me.
people watch it like a podcast. so they don't necessarily always watch it live. They watch it like afterwards.
Well, no,
Where's this
but
medal?
you'd still, in theory,
Schubert?
have the same number of people
It's
watching it
the
live if you haven't changed
it's basically
anything.
a symbol for like a yearly.
No,
it's
oh,
for,
where
say-
is it? I can't see the picture.
I
So it's a
think it
bit
was
close
more
to
the
it.
Swedish contingent.
No, it's on the
Well, the
Wikipedia.
Swedish
It should
people,
take
yeah.
away embeds.
Okay, if it was the Swedish people, maybe.
It's embedded into the thing. Let me just post the picture individually.
Ah, so yeah.
I
Yeah, it's
reckon
definitely a
it's
lot
me
more
then.
fancy than mine.
Yeah, yeah. But this is like a yearly thing. This is not like a.
Women
Like a-
always seem to drive. Cis women always seem to drive ratings.
I'll see if I've got a picture of mine.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I'm genuinely curious because I'm fascinated with propaganda in general, and I think medals are a great example of such.
Me too. I think they're just interesting trinkets. That's why I want to start collecting them when I go abroad.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you ever happen to find a medal with Otto von Bismarck or Friedrich the Great on it, I'd be happy to buy it off you if you send it to me in the mail.
oh, I think medals are kind of hard to come by.
They really aren't. People sell them as soon as like the grandparents die and stuff. Like a lot of people, like maybe not your grandparents, but like your great grandparents and stuff. Like someone you've never met. It's just a bunch of like shit that you don't need. Like to some people, not me personally, but a lot of people just sort of don't have that like sense of like historical value.
One of the big things in the news right now is Billie Eilish and that paparazzi picture that was taken of her. Have you
We're
all
big
seen
old
it?
milkers, yeah.
She looks quite. She has a normal body. That's what people are saying. She,
She's got big old milkers. That's
she
all I
makes me feel
noticed.
better about my body. That's for sure.
Why have you got big
Wait,
old
what?
milkers?
She looks like some kind of Joker gremlin, very pale and
Where's
flabby.
Really
where's
does,
where's the
yeah,
pic? Oh, you mean this one?
awful.
She looks like a fat shit.
Yeah.
I'd fuck the shit out of her.
Key girl seeking white BF. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least she still looks better than Alina though.
She's alright, old Alina.
17, shut the fuck up, Shout. You need if you're
So
gonna if you're
what?
gonna
That's
nonce,
legal.
make it less obvious. You need to like keep it in DMs.
I do. Well, she fucking should see the shit that goes on in DMs. Crazy.
So yeah, just to navigate onto a topic. So
Well, if are you guys going to talk about anything interesting? Because if not,
yeah,
I'm just
No,
gonna.
they
is
won't.
cultural
I'm sending you my medal.
appropriation ever okay?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go play some World of Warcraft. That sounds retarded. Um,
Okay, fine, fair enough.
God bless, good night, and Moni, I genuinely hope you get your stuff fixed. I'll
What stuff?
you just take care. God bless.
Okay
Oh,
then.
oh wait,
Thanks for
quick,
well
quick, quick,
wishes.
quick, quick. Uh, how do I say this without saying wrong? Uh, will you allow me to pray for you that you will mentally get better?
What's wrong with me?
Your child
That's
fascinates.
bullshit. That's not true.
Okay, well, I need to, if you don't mind, I'd like to have the first name of your mother so I can pray for you during the prayer for the sick.
It's Amira.
Amira, okay, thank
That's
you.
not her name.
Okay,
You can pray for me to pass.
okay.
Check
Well,
my
then-
medal out.
That's pretty base. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
1970.
cool.
Looks very thin though.
It's not
That's-
massively thick.
that is pretty schwanky though.
I mean, for like €5.
Yeah, for €5, it's definitely a steal. Yeah.
€5, something like three things. The currency in fucking the Ukraine, man.
Wait, maybe I can ask
Like,
some of the old Russian guys.
The average wage in the Ukraine's like €159 a month. You can live like a king in there. Like you can go to like their top restaurants and have a 3-course meal for like €30, €20 max, and just like drink all the way through and have their good shit. It's ridiculously cheap.
Yeah, but you'll get battered though because
Not really, but we were there when they were a nationalist parade. They didn't give a fuck. I'm taking pictures and acting like a proper tourist, like fucking.
Yeah,
that's man, check this shit out.
Yeah, nationalists usually like tourists.
Yeah, I mean, we had a black guy with us who was super goofy looking, but they didn't hassle him. You know, give him a couple of odd looks, but just don't go with the nationalist parades on, I suppose.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get. It's pretty cool, and inside Voice and on, we don't always get along, but I'm happy to find something we both are interested in. So,
But
good
mostly,
night.
it was nice talking to me. Thank you. I enjoyed your time.
Good luck, and take care, Moni. Take care, Zumafag. Take care, inside Voice and on. And
Good night.
Alina, you are a leech and a midget, and I hope you burn in eternal hell. Mwah.
So we can all agree that trans women are real women, and that I'm top bitch around here. Yep. Okay then. Do you guys want to wrap it up?
No,
Because we
no,
kind
it's
of run out of topics. Unless you're okay to discuss
yeah.
the cultural appropriation ever being okay and the current state of the KW movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna bail then. I think, right?
Oh yeah, thank God.
Yeah, we
When it,
normally.
when you gonna end it, Moni? We need some warning.
Oh, fine. Say your goodbyes.
Cunny Rogers. Cunny Rogers. There we go.
Don't even get it.
Cunny Rogers.
Oh, bad news. Boris Johnson could
Um,
sign off move to add Lancashire and Manchester harshest tier 3 lockdown tomorrow. Oh.
Cunny Rogers.
Right, yeah, Kenny Rogers.
Cunny
Ooh.
Rogers.
Shao, you got something to say?
simping for life.
Yeah, and I think if this show can has proven anything, it's that, as Community said, blacks ruin everything.
Sure.
Good night.
Cunny Rogers.
Connie Rogers.
There we go.
So we all agree that that nigger was really